All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting ever closer to me fully catching up to Hunter x Hunter. Blue Blur, I see you, Sonic. It's good to see you. I hope life has been treating you well. Let's go ahead and get started with today's reading, shall we? Yo, peoples! Kyushu92 here. Welcome back to Hunter x Hunter. The succession battle with all of the princes of the Gui Huoro is currently ongoing right now. We've already lost one prince, being Prince Momose. And now we have Kurapika having to deal with the net ability of another individual trying to kill both Queen Oito and Prince Wobble right now. So let's see what happens with Chapter 371. Making sure that the number is correct up there. Let me know if it is. Let me get chat off to the side here so I can see you guys, just in case you talk today. Let me skip the survey. I don't want to see that. There we go. Okay, Chapter 371, Mission. And also the volume cover for the series of chapters, which is going to be from 371 all the way to 380. I'm telling you, we are getting that much closer to catching up. It is amazing. After this reading, there is only 3 more sessions of Hunter x Hunter. 3 more. My last reading will be on the 30th of this month. I can't wait! Chapter 371, Mission. I'm gonna sit with the straight back. Oh, they got like the... Yo! It is not often... It is not often we get a summary thus far for Hunter x Hunter. We don't even get this for One Piece on their chapters, but it has it here. Cool. Hunter x Hunter. Hunters are a special breed dedicated to tracking down treasures, magical beasts, and even other people. But such pursuits require a license, and less than 1 in 100,000 can pass the grueling qualification exam. Those who do pass gain access to restricted areas, amazing stories of information, and the right to call themselves Hunters. Previously in Hunter x Hunter. I wish this was here for every single volume reading that I did. That would have been cool. Previously in Hunter x Hunter. The Black Whale has set sail for the Dark Continent, but this is no ordinary journey, as the King of Kakin is using it to make his offspring battle to decide who will succeed him. And they've hired guards with incredible powers to fight their battles for them, including Kurapika. Some princes relish the chance to kill, but others are not so eager to risk their necks. Now with the revelation of Nen, Kurapika has his hands full teaching the prince's bodyguards how to use these strange powers. But just when class starts, a guard is assassinated by a weird woman only some people can see. Now Kurapika must find the assassin before they strike again. And we begin with that same maiden who saw this weird woman the first time going,
Wait, what's going on? Why am I under arrest?
Right after you drew everyone's attention, Baragan was attacked.
But...
This is Sakata, the 3rd Prince's personal guard. I request that Queen Seiko be charged under suspicion of being an accomplice to Baragan's murder and plotting to assassinate the 14th Prince.
Request denied.
Why?
Circumstantial evidence is easy to fabricate. It doesn't clear the Royal Family Privilege Protection Regulation. We will dispatch an investigator to Residential Quarter 1010 to monitor for 72 hours. That will be all.
And then this person just hangs up. This woman just hangs up. Supreme Magistrate Cleopatra, 1st Tier Supreme Court. 1st Tier Supreme Court? You're here this time to read this? Nice! Good to have you here. Good to have everyone here. Is there no way? Day 2 at 9:45 a.m. in room 1014. Is there no way?
No, we can't hand over your weapons during lessons.
What if the same thing happens again?
We've taken measures.
You knew the terms when you decided to come. We're not the ones pushing for a change of plans. Decide if you'd like to continue by 10. Any delay and I won't be able to guarantee the 2-week timeline.
And all the other bodyguards are just talking amongst themselves. Remember, there's one bodyguard who is under the direction of Benjamin, who is so eager to kill everyone that he's willing to almost try and break the rules. Like, Karapika created a line, said no one is allowed to step over it. Dude said, oops, and put his foot out, trying to cause an altercation. Because Benjamin said, like, if you don't learn anything of value after all that time, or if you don't learn anything at all, kill them all. And this dude is really wanting to kill everyone just for the sake of it. Then we get Karapika, mind you, he's the one who's been speaking, talking to Queen Oito. And also, Oito has awakened Nen abilities as well.
Queen, please come with us.
And then Oito and Wobble go with Bill and Karapika. And then the two guards that were sent by Serednich and Benjamin go, don't you need to go with them? It's the prince's mission, isn't it?
Don't interfere with my mission. And the prince told you how you handle it is up to you.
He also said stake your life. Failure is not an option. Are you sure about this?
Perfectly. If you weren't here.
It's so fun being here with you. And then we get food. Y'all need some real food. And then while this maiden is preparing the food, she's looking and she sees both Bill and Karapika. And Karapika has his chain down. You know, the same chain that he uses to tell if people are lying. He has that one hanging down and she shrieks.
What?
I need to ask you 2 questions. Did you attack Bodigan?
Did you attack Bodigan? Did you see him attack somebody?
Did you attack Bodigan?
Bodigan? The man who died? No, it wasn't me.
And the chain doesn't move.
Can you use Nen?
That's crazy. I'd never even heard of it until yesterday. Why me? I can't take this.
Also, this is the same maiden who lied about who was on the phone because Karapika was hoping that he would be able to speak to, it was either Serednich or Benjamin, and it turned out to be Zhonglei. And she said that to save her own skin. So, you know.
Why me? I can't take this.
I apologize. There are only a few people who were also associated with the previous incident.
Bill was there too.
He checked out already, of course.
May I ask if it could be 14th Prince Wobble's Nen Beast?
That's not possible. They're different types.
Huh?
The prince's Nen beasts are parasites created through a ceremony and are invisible to normal people. Think of them as ghosts possessing their target. But everyone there saw the snakes. They were conjured. Normal people could see them just like regular matter.
So, they're different abilities?
They still fall under Nen abilities. Put simply, the Nen user's approach to risk is different. A conjured snake visible to anyone brings a higher risk of getting caught. The greater the risk or higher the difficulty of the execution, the more powerful the ability.
On the other hand, a parasite that only Nen users can see uses a lot of energy to be invisible to normal people, so its user has to make a different sort of trade-off. For this succession battle, there would have had to be a tremendous amount of energy to infest 14 people with different Nen beasts.
And then something comes to Karapika's recollection. And he just stands there, blankly staring. Ooh, I hope we find out in this volume. And Bill's like, huh? Karapika, what's the matter? Is it another headache?
No, I'm fine. Everyone here has been cleared. Perhaps, if just one person could withdraw from the succession battle, the risk-reward trade-off would collapse and all Nen beasts might vanish?
I'll look for an opportunity to interrogate the others with my chain if possible. Try to subtly observe the others as well.
And it shows the black whale still sailing on. And then we have Kurapika in front of everyone.
So everyone stayed? Then let's begin.
Of course, these are our prince's orders.
First, clasp your right and left hands together in whatever way that's natural to you.
And then everyone just puts their hands together. Some put their hands together this way. Some put their fingers between each other. Some just put their hands up close like this, but still fingers between each other.
Done. We can roughly divide people into groups of learning Nen by the way they clasp their hands.
Another thing is that the queen, who's like learning Nen, she is also copying what Kurapika is also telling everyone. Feels like I'm on the verge of coughing. These dry coughs, where are they coming from?
Those with praying hands.
And then it has Shima, is that Shimanu? Yeah, it's Shimanu.
Shimanu? Why did you stay?
And then Oito is looking at her.
Like you said, it made sense to quit. You're definitely not getting paid enough in this situation. I'm so sorry. I'm not doing this grudgingly.
I know. I'm just grateful to you. Thank you for staying.
And then she looks away, and then Shimanu looks away.
My family has served the royal family for generations. Both my grandparents fulfilled their duties until their deaths, but my father and mother became ill, so it was not possible for them. That was their regret. They both told me when they died that I should serve the royal family until my death.
I see.
But I thought this wasn't the kind of death I imagined, and I panicked and blurted out something misleading.
It's fine. Do you have any siblings?
No, I'm an only child.
I'm the middle of 5. I have both older and younger brothers and sisters.
I envy you. I wanted an older brother.
They just bossed me around when I was little.
Is that so?
So we have Shimanu and Queen Oito just having a casual conversation. It's nice that the both of them have gotten a lot more comfortable despite the crazy stuff that was happening literally 2 whole volumes ago.
The class from this point will be split into groups. Prayers, close your eyes and imagine scooping water. Shakers, hold your hands in a circle, imagining the flow of aura in a clockwise direction. Catchers, imagine making cotton candy in the air. Furikov and Bellarant will check the flow of aura in the groups.
We're aides? Yup.
Begin!
And then we cut to a different location. The Tier 5 dining hall passageway.
What? 5,000 Jenny? Just for passing through?
If you don't like it, find another route.
But this is the only way to the cafeteria.
This was designated as the buoy. Boar? I want to say buoyer. I want to say because buoy has a Y in it, in the word buoy. This has an R, so this was designated as the Boyer family special post, you see?
Can't they do something about this?
They've bought off the soldiers in charge. They can do as they please.
We got loyalty cards, or a payment schedule.
Or buy cans and TV dinners from our store. Why bother going to the cafe? And someone's Oh! I know who this is. I can already tell who this is. Some majorly big guy is behind these people just trying to get to the cafeteria. Hey, it's Franklin. It's the Phantom Troupe. And they're already here. The Phantom Troupe is already making their way through. And then we get Finks who goes, move. And here's the thing. I see a Nobunaga. I see Franklin. I see Fenton. Yeah, Fenton. I see what is his name? Phaeton. I see Fenton, and then we have Sphinx as well. But they're here, and he goes, move. Huh?
Who do you think you're talking to, huh?
Our names send chills down the... And then we literally split away from him going mid-sentence to the Phantom Troupe already sitting down and eating.
If this was an election, the Booyer family would be the fringe candidate everyone makes fun of.
We're kind of like farts, sir. Because Finks and the Phantom Troupe, well, the Phantom Troupe basically just beat these dudes down instantly. To secure territory on the new continent, Kakin's three Mafia families on this ship. Each has a direct line to the prince, and the bosses are VIPs on tier 1. The lesser henchmen are scheming to whittle down the enemy numbers until landfall.
Who do you belong to?
We're opportunistic freelance thugs. Since we're not risking anything, they take a 90% cut. And the same dude who had such a nice slicked back hairstyle has his hair completely and utterly messed up and several knots on the side of his face. The third prince is benefactor for the EU family, the fourth prince for Haley family, the seventh prince for the Cha'ar family. Cha'ar. S-C-H... What was I about to say? S-C... C-H-A-R. Cha'ar. The seventh prince for Cha'ar family. The moment you pledge yourself to one, the other two become mortal enemies. Everyone in the syndicate either has nerves of steel or are just insane. And then Nobunaga's thinking,
it's probably pointless to ask him, but how do you get above tier 2?
Huh? You can't. They said this in the ship announcement. Movement between tiers is impossible.
There must be someone down below facilitating between the boss and henchmen. Hot-blooded youngins are neither obedient or smart enough to do anything without chaperones. So we find them and ask them to mediate with the top. We could also just antagonize all three. Which one's the strongest?
In terms of finances and numbers, that's EU. That's SHIU. Wait, what are you talking about? You gotta be kidding. We don't want to defy anyone.
Someone comes to take the cut, right? Call him over.
You can't. You just can't. They decide where and when.
When?
The next one is Saturday.
That's fine for the loot. Loot? You don't ask the questions, just listen up. Find everyone taller than 6'2" and get their room numbers. That's your mission from now on.
Oh, the Phantom Troupe is already moving. Then we have a long panel of the black ship, of the black whale, and we have people moving through a crowd. And we have Crollo meeting up with Machi, who pretty much, unsurprisingly, freed herself from Hisoka's Nen bungee gum. But I wonder if she's about to tell him that Shalnark and Cortopi are dead.
I'm going to kill Hisoka.
Nope. First come, first serve.
No.
Oh, wait.
I'm going to kill Hisoka.
Nope.
First come, first serve.
No.
Then let's decide by coin.
We can't.
Why?
Coins are for disputes between individuals. Everyone wants to kill him this time. Of course, that includes me.
And Crollo opens his eyes, and he has like this crazed look in his eyes, because he really does want to kill Hisoka after what he did.
Just find him.
He's on this ship.
Okay, so Hisoka's here. Hisoka's here on the ship. He's here on the ship. And then we cut to... Oh, apparently a casket with Momose. Yeah, Momose is laid up in a casket after, you know, what happened to her. And the king of Kakin is standing there, along with his subordinate.
Please accept my sincere condolences.
It's nothing to be sad about. Momose will become the foundation for the tree of Kakin. She is shining even brighter than in life. She is alive, even now.
And we're in this room. We're in this room where it is a chamber to hold every body of all the princes. A room was prepared for when more princes will die. This is crazy. This whole room was prepared, and it's like this Tron-looking room. Stupid! What's going on? This whole room was prepared for the anticipated deaths of the princes. Love this channel? Well, thank you. I hope you enjoy yourself while you're here. But all the princes, they're literally coffins and chambers ready for when any more princes die on this voyage entirely. And that's the end of chapter 371. Onwards to chapter 372. And let me change the number up top there. There we go. Chapter 372, Disappearance. And then we have Furikov going,
Oh, come now, you're being way too obvious. Amateurs can't make that much horror right off the bat. You're advertising your experience. What was the point of not raising your hands? Are Ninth Prince Hulkenberg's people idiots?
Everyone only calls you Stoopy. Well, that's the reason why I called you Stoopy. It's shorter and easier to remember. Stoopy! What's going on? But yeah, you know. But Karapika's looking, going,
Schedule. Yuirai,
yes?
you can use Nen. Are you testing me?
Huh? No, we're not. About that, can we talk to you alone?
For security reasons, I can't step away from here and I can't let you approach me. I can talk to one of you after class.
All right. So they're not self-aware. They're either manipulated or has to do with their princess Nenbeast.
It may be their goal to stay in the room. I'd like to be present as a precaution. Depends how Karapika thought of me firing my gun.
Just watch my Hero Academia 7 volume video. Nice. Got the entire playlist of My Hero Academia from beginning all the way to the end, so be sure to enjoy the entire My Hero Academia story.
I'd like to be present as a precaution. Depends how Karapika thought of firing my gun. The other one was arrested by the Royal Army.
Only one more secret Nen user. This one's hiding it well. The rise of the aura above him looks natural, and the flow coming from his hands looks just like the uninitiated. This one's a master. Must be the assassin. They still don't know that I'm on to them. I'll let it be for a while longer.
And then we cut over to room 1010 as well. And we got more princes, including the location where Melody is also guarding.
So now,
I'll remain silent.
those are my rights. I won't answer any questions.
You are protected under royal privilege. This is just a formality and won't enter court records.
That's good.
It doesn't change anything. All right. That saves me the trouble. We'll have to live with each other for 72 hours. You're free to move about with supervision. If you have any requests, almost anything will be honored.
And then we cut to another prince, as one other prince whose name escapes me, which is also the same prince where Biscuit and Hanzo are tending to. Dude's taking care of his hamster. But also, Biscuit and Hanzo notice the Nen beast behind this prince has gotten apparently even larger.
It's visibly larger.
What do you think?
It used to look like a graceful floating dragon.
And it gradually became fiercer and bulked up. His sister's death accelerated the change. Nobody told him, but he knows.
The spines are a manifestation of self-defense. Anxiety, fear, stress, and trauma are clearly affecting the Nen beast.
Hanzo, Biscuit,
shifts over. And then Hanzo and Biscuit go chill. Like, they go to their rooms. I have good voice acting? Well, thank you, Wesley. I appreciate it.
You sure you're going?
I'll take care of this. Once we know who killed her, the prince and his nen beast might calm down. If anyone touches or talks to my original body, I'll get called back. I need you to be my lookout.
I need my beauty sleep, you know. You'll owe me 1 nature beauty pack.
Fine. Hanzo Skill 4, Art of the Doppelganger.
And the same way Brooke is able to use his soul to go to different places, basically Hanzo just astral projects himself straight out, straight off of himself, and Biscuit sees. And then we get Hanzo appearing inside of another person's room, and he taps him on the chest, and the dude wakes up real quick.
I'm here to help. First, Prince Benjamin wants to see you. Prince Benjamin? This is a headhunt. We made a deal with the army. Nagomam next door is going to confess to the murder in his suicide note. But, for court records, we'll need the specific killing method. You'll have to disclose your secret.
And then Hanzo continues.
Nen abilities and Nen beasts have become public, so now they're officially admissible as evidence in court. A detailed reveal of the ability on the note that would be the perfect touch. I see. My ability is a doppelganger, astral projection. The touch. If I close my eyes and lay prone, my doppelganger can do anything within 20 meters. Okay. Nagomam is drugged right now. Help me stage the suicide. Sure.
And Hanzo's behind him, and the dude is all like, but how did you know I... And then all of a sudden, we have Hanzo basically choking the dude out with the rope, just like in like a reverse lariat, just taking him out. Ah!
It was a 50-50 shot.
Thank you for subscribing, Caleb Lucas.
I just wanted to test you first.
Then we cut to room 1008, and we got the fat prince just chilling with the women. Tell us.
Tell us, what are you going to do?
Ha ha! It's gonna be a surprise.
But we can't go to the banquet. Yeah, we can't see you change the world, so tell us first.
And mind you, this Nen Beast is just constantly pushing out smoke inside of the room, even though they can't see it.
I'll give you a hint.
And the person that's supposed to be guarding over this prince in 1008, he doesn't say anything, but he clearly notices the smoke-spewing Nen Beast in there as well.
Then I'll put it over the PA system.
Yay!
Then we cut to room 1006.
What did you think of the book of Tyson? Did it rock your world?
Oh, every word resonated with me. Every line is so profound, I want to savor the experience. Just the chapter titles and the table contents are so gripping, I can't get past them.
Amazing!
You just admitted you haven't read it. I apologize. I haven't read it either.
That's okay. There's a right time and place for everyone.
Well,
Right time and pace for everyone. But I guarantee that you have something special inside you. My book will send you to the next stage.
my emotions are evolving. Say, Izu, I can't get rid of this thing. Mind you, her Nen beasts are literally like the little lizards that have like the one eye stalk. I can't get rid of this. What's going on?
Me either. We're the only ones who can see it, and it seems to be harmless so far. Since there's none on Oirao, Benjamin's soldier, does that mean we found favor with the prince?
Spread the news. Oh, since there's none on Oirao, Benjamin's soldier, does that mean we found favor with the prince? Spread the news?
We don't know yet. There could be other rules, idiot.
Izu, you're just in denial.
Shut up. Why are you so happy-go-lucky?
Then we cut to room 1014, back with Oito and Wobble and Karapika and company.
That's all for today. Same time tomorrow.
And then everyone just goes and heads out to leave.
Nothing from the assassins since 1 kill a day?
5 guards were killed on the first day. The conditions must not have been met this time.
And then the other guard.
Karapika, I'd like to be present. I'm sorry, but if there is a need to know, we have it, and the right to know. If we can't prioritize Prince Zhonglei to get information, there's no reason for us to stay. Do you really think you can get through this with you and Bill alone? Wasn't it unexpected that they killed while everyone was watching? This must be the problem Bill was talking about just before I blacked out. I'll guarantee you'll get the information, but this time you'll have to wait. No. You know I'm right, security-wise. I need you to share all information on Nen that arises here.
If you're arguing about us, I'll offer the compromise. Prince Hulkenberg would rather call this whole thing off if possible. We need information on the Nen beast in order to settle this peacefully.
And dude has his hand held up, and both the other guard and Karapika look at each other, and one of them still has like the feather that's just touching directly on the top of his palm.
All the guards had this mark on their left hands, including the prince. It won't wash off, like a tattoo. According to the prince, he passed out right after he saw us all unconscious. When he came to, this mark was on his hand. What's strange is we don't remember blacking out, and it didn't occur to us as unnatural that he was sleeping at an odd hour. Memory revision is commonplace in manipulator tactics. By erasing the memory of being attacked, they are less likely to panic with the sudden appearance of the mark. Memory revisions are overwhelmingly used by soliciting manipulators. Soliciting? The target is made to work for the manipulator within the choices he is given. Coercive, depriving the target's freedom in mind and body. Pseudo-coercive, taking physical freedom or driving them into a situation where they have no choice. 12th Prince Momose's Nen Beast was this type. It uses comparatively less energy to manipulate more people. The mark has the same effect as what's used in real life. Yuirai. A pen can record, teach, classify, sign, threaten, etc. How would you interpret this mark considering the ninth prince's personality?
And then Yuirai speaks.
Expression of determination and solidarity would be closest. The prince keeps his resolve to himself, but when it comes to group decisions, his natural charisma influences the results. So this mark is proof of those who share the same aspirations.
I agree. It makes sense that it was placed in a very visible location, but his aspirations are problematic.
Yes, they're clearly contradictory.
With what?
9th Prince Hulkenberg desires the abolition of the monarchy. This battle for the throne is a golden opportunity. But killing each other is not what he wants. He told the king he wished to withdraw, hoping it would end the contest. His sense of justice conflicts with his ambition. He's committed to his morals even if that's the long, difficult path. But that may not be what the Nen Beast wants.
And both Sakata and Karapika are just looking at him. I just remembered dude's name.
Can you see the number on my finger, by the way?
And Karapika is using Nen to create the number 4.
Aura? No.
So you're half awakened. You can use Nen in a limited fashion, but you can't control it yourself. The activation must have been tied to the prince's actions. But if the prince is similarly marked, it's a dangerous sign.
What do you mean?
There's a lot of talking, I'll hold y'all ready.
If there are no differences in the mark, it indicates that the prince thinks he and his supporters are equal in aspiration. That idea itself is great, but it shows the risks of the ability are also equally borne among the marked. The more powerful it is, the more severe the limitations and the stronger the recoil upon failure. If the prince is as his reputation says, I wouldn't be surprised if it risks his life. It's important for everyone with the mark to elucidate the whole picture of the ability as soon as possible so his faith doesn't become poison.
Had to say that all in one breath.
All right.
Tell me anything you find out about his ability and I can generate a specific plan.
That's a great offer, but
Surely by now you appreciate 8th Queen Oito's desire to avoid bloodshed. We won't abuse the information.
we trust you. But you're not speaking for the princess. Right?
And then Sakita continues.
Third Prince Zhanglie also prioritizes searching for a peaceful solution. So we should force 9th Prince Hulkenberg into a situation where he has to choose between belief and justice.
Talk is cheap.
The Hawks are already taking action. The lower-ranking princes will be eliminated one by one if they don't band together.
Sakata's presence is a nuisance, but Karapika's information is more valuable. I agree. Let's have the princes strike a deal and make that public. Protecting 14th Prince Wobo will lead to protecting Prince Hulkenberg.
Karapika's class, info on Hulkenberg's Nenbees, and the identity of the assassin. Yeah, and the immediate problem is identifying and arresting the assassin. That's what we should focus on. And most importantly, the information on Nen that would affect the battle for the throne. Getting the 3rd and 9th princes on our side is a big deal. If we could just find a way to withdraw from the battle while we buy time. I'll make an appeal to the other princes through the association members.
And then we cut to room 1013. And it's the same room with the big prince. Well, the little prince with the... Oh, wait. There's no one. There's no one. There's no one in room 1013. The prince isn't there. No guards are there. Biscuit is gone. Even the biscuit is gone. And so is Hanzo's body.
My body's gone. Biscuit's gone too. What happened?
And Hanzo's doppelganger is looking around.
Nobody's here. What in the world?
And then Hanzo looks over and he sees the big old dragon Nen beast of the other prince sitting there, and it looks even bigger. And it's just sitting in this room, which means that the prince has to be near somewhere.
The Princess Ninbeast is here. It's smaller but more sinister, so the prince must be close by.
And then Hanzo starts to step towards it, and as he goes over one of the lines of the tiles that gets closer to him, it immediately starts growling. And gets defensive. And the let me see if I can look at this right. Yeah, the little tendrils that's hanging from around its head all rear up and reveal these weird plant-like Venus flytrap mandibles, and it starts growling at Hanzo.
I can't get closer. What's going on? Does it attack without regard to friend or foe? Or can it even discriminate between the two?
And now we cut to room 1002. And we have Prince Camilla coming in.
Second Prince Camilla, if there's anything you want, we can...
I'm going to kill first Prince Benjamin. Either help me or die. Make your choice. Aren't I nice?
Prince Camilla, this isn't funny.
She literally just said, I'm gonna go kill him. Because Benjamin's the one who wants to basically kill everyone else so he can rule. Camilla's all like, nah, I'm ready to take you on now. I'm ready to throw hands right now. And that's the end of chapter 372. Onwards to chapter 373. Okay, Camilla. Chapter 373, Inheritance. And this guard of Benjamin immediately stands up and holds a gun straight at her.
Second Prince Camilla, you're under arrest for conspiring to assassinate First Prince Benjamin. I recorded your conversations. If you take one step closer, I'll be forced to shoot.
Oh? Then shoot.
And she starts walking towards this dude.
Your Highness, please stop. I don't want to shoot you. Darn it. She's a counteractive type. She's closed her aura off with Zetsu, proof that she uses Nen. By reducing her defenses to 0, she maximizes risk, exponentially increasing the counterattack's power. Because of Zetsu, the Guardian Spirit Beast fending off her aura isn't here. She must be very confident in her ability. Fine, I'll make a move. If I can kill her, great. If I can find out her ability, great. I warned you!
And he opened fires. He opened fires and shoots her twice in the chest and once in the head. And all other guards in the room immediately get startled by this, and they both get up. And they all get up. There's like 4 more extra dudes in here. It's locked! Go around! And then dude walks up to Camilla's body. And she's just lying there.
She's dead? No, I can't let my guard down. I'll first fulfill my conditions.
And he kneels down in order to try and feel her pulse. And then all of a sudden, this black figure just starts to shift into shape. And it's basically a giant bipedal cat that looks like its body is like completely paper. And it terrifies the guy, but before he could even swerve around, he gets grabbed and squashed. He just gets squashed in his palm, and it just gets squashed like a meatball. Like you've seen people make meatballs, just get squashed like a meatball.
Need.
Like kneading dough.
Need.
And then its tail lights up. And its lit up, highlighted tail goes over Camilla's mouth, and it drops like fluid inside. And she basically comes back from the dead. And it revives her. What? It revives her. Her bullet wound in her head and chest, they both get healed up immediately as if she wasn't shot at all.
The cat who lived 1,000,000 times. Cat's name.
A counteractive Nen Beast activates after death and revives its user in exchange for the life of the attacker.
This is a Nen beast that will automatically res you and kill the target just so you can be revived. And this is every time? This is every time?
I don't need a guardian spirit beast. Good boy, welcome back. I have him.
And then Cat's name disappears.
Nen triggered after death makes it powerful. A resuscitation ability makes me invincible.
I'm gonna be honest with you. A Nen ability that allows you to instantly be revived the moment you're killed, and then the life of your attacker gets used to revive you is kind of broken. Kind of broken. Instant revives and instant regeneration. I feel like in these different series, regeneration and being able to come back from the dead are very, very OP abilities to have. But all the guards are just scared. Prince Camilla!
Blood?
What happened?
I told you not to come in. Benjamin's soldiers shot me and escaped. I'm going after him to execute him. Incinerate his personal belongings.
Please don't. You'll be playing into their hands. Please calm down.
Shut up. Will you go instead? Are you prepared to defy my brother and have your entire family slaughtered?
But we can't let you do this to yourself. Your Majesty, please talk her out of this. Right, because it's Camilla's mother. Forgot that was Camilla's mother.
Let her do as she wishes. You all stay behind.
And Camilla just goes off on her own. Oh, this is bad. This is actually bad. A prince that has the ability to come back from the dead every time? This is bad. And she starts walking through the hallway, gun in hand. And then we have, who is that, Furykov? We got one guard at Benjamin and another guard for another prince, and she walks up to them with them going, "Your Highness, don't move. If you come any closer, we'll shoot." "This is Benjamin. Don't attack her, let her through." "But she has a gun."
It doesn't matter. Just don't attack her. Yes, sir.
And immediately Camilla opened fires on both Furikov and the other guard. Now, since the other guard didn't have Nen or any Nen defenses, they both get shot in the head. But Furikov is the only one to still be alive.
Wow, you must be one of us. Well, no surprise from one of Benjamin's men.
And Furikov is left standing there, his Nen defenses basically allowing him to survive getting shot in the head. So that's kind of broken as well.
Good reaction. I aim between your eyes. You want to say something? Go ahead. Shoot.
I'm a lucky guy. Something else to look forward to.
And mind you, Furikov is kind of pretty much livid because the whole thing of him getting shot in the head, but he can't shoot her because otherwise her Nen ability will basically rip the life from him and revive her, and then he'll be dead and she'll be alive. How do you fight someone who, if you attack them and they kill you, that Nen ability activates and you get killed by that Nen ability, and then your life is used to revive them back again? It's like a second win from Borderlands. But now we cut into the room with Benjamin, and she walks in there with Furikov, and all of the guards have their guns, at the ready.
You came alone. I'll commend your nerve at least. It's still the afternoon of the second day. I knew you were impatient, but this is ridiculous.
Huh? I only followed my attempted assassin here. Hand him over. Now.
I'm not playing along with your charade. Arrest her!
And Benjamin just sits there in his chair, like I am, just sits there in his chair as Camilla opened fires on him multiple times. And I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'm seeing 6 gunshots all over his body, but his defenses are so fine that he doesn't even have a single scratch on him. Furikov got hit in the head and he was left bleeding from where he was shot. That's all he has. But Benjamin, his defenses are so good that he doesn't have a single mark on him.
What's the matter? Fire back, you coward!
Get her!
Get her! Stop! Leave it to me.
And Furikov walks right over. And there's like this shoom sound. And then all of a sudden, Camilla starts sweating profusely.
Prince Camilla.
I keep saying Princess Camilla, but it's Prince.
Prince Camilla, please don't make a fuss like that. I'll have no choice but to use force,
And while she's immobilized, she goes,
I'll kill you. And your family. Your entire clan. After I make sure to inflict unimaginable suffering.
Family, huh? Don't have any. Prince Benjamin is my family. First-class criminal, ma'am.
And Camilla is held in the brig. So now she's being held by Benjamin. So that's one more prince that is not in active play right now.
Like a moth to a flame.
But we don't know what her guardian spirit beast can do, and she'll need to be watched by a Nen user. Shall we call back someone who's watching another prince? Or leave the 14th prince to Babimina? And I could.
Not to worry. Musei fulfilled his duty. Camilla already has a bird on her.
And it's basically like this footless bird, basically like an Easter egg. It's just floating in the air, and it has like an owl-like looking face, and it's just floating there, right next to Camilla.
Muse's ability, Secret Window, uses 3 different birds as spies. The owl, activated by touching the target, can only be seen by the user. It telepathically transmits everything the target says and does. The ability has currently been inherited by Benjamin.
And Benjamin is just casually lifting a pair of dumbbells that, like a set of weights, like this big double, what do you call it? Yeah, barbells? No, not dumbbells. Not dumbbells, and it's not barbells. It's basically this weight bar. I don't know the official name of it. I've actually never looked this up. I see people use it and it has weights on both ends, and they lift it with their arms, or they, power lift. But I never learned what the actual name of that weight thing actually is. I've never learned it. But he's lifting it with one hand, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weights on both sides. Probably weighs like 100 pounds each.
Vincent, Muse, live on through me.
And it shows Benjamin's hand, and it has like 3 stars on his index, middle, and ring finger, and 2 of them have like active, like highlighted shines on them. One doesn't.
I will carry out your purpose. I swear to unify the world under King rule by my hands.
Oh, now we get to know Benjamin's ability.
Benjamin's ability, those who inherit the stars. Benjamin Baton. He can inherit the ability of Nen users who swore loyalty to Benjamin when they die.
If people swore loyalty to Benjamin when they die, he just gets their abilities?
The transfer of rights applies only to those who graduate from the Kakin Royal Military Academy and belong to Benjamin's personal army.
Ah, okay, so that's the caveat.
Benjamin's guardian spirit beast. Ability unknown.
And now we're looking at room 10. I was about to say chapter 1012, but room 1012, and it's under quarantine. Off limits. And it's Hanzo!
I know, I just want to use a phone. You can't. The quarters of princes who dropped out are sealed and the phone lines are cut. For security reasons, we need to ensure that this room remains undisturbed. Not even the king may enter here. The only place I can contact is...
And we cut to room 1014, which is Kurapika, because Hanzo knows Kurapika.
13th Prince Mariam is gone? Yeah, along with the 13th Queen and the guards. The phone in 1013 doesn't work and only Prince Mariam's Nen Beast is there. The Nen Beast is safe and sound, so I'd like to think the disappearing act wasn't an enemy attack. But as long as I can't contact them, that's only wishful thinking. If the phone was only broken, the army should have come to fix it. If not, it's not broken but blocked through Nen.
This is Kurapika.
If not, it's not broken but blocked through Nen. That's what you want to confirm.
Room 1014 is the only one I can access as an outsourced guard commissioned by the 7th Queen. But only higher-ranked princes and queens or their guards can call for a lower-ranked prince's quarters to a higher-ranked prince. And I just realized that I'd need my ID, which is on my body. So why the double can't even make the call? Can you do something clandestinely without making a big deal out of it?
And we get Kurapika going.
I could trust 9th Prince Hulkenberg's guards, but that would be tomorrow.
I'll be back in my body by then.
And then one of the maidens gets on the phone.
Kurapika, a call from 13th Prince Mariam's captain of the guards.
And Hanzo immediately runs over. Runs over to 1013, and still no one's there.
Still, nobody's here. Darn it. Where are they? Where's my body?
And then we get to another person going, "This is Verge, 7th Queen Servant's captain of the guards. I want to ask you something." As it shows 7th Queen Savante's captain, this is Verge, 7th Queen Savante's captain of the guards. I want to ask you something. And Savante is there with Mariam. They're just in a different room. Why did everyone move? And that is the end of chapter 373, onwards to chapter 374. Now, seeing as how I keep getting dry throat, I am going to go grab some water real quick, and then we'll continue with chapter 374. So give me a sec. I'll be right back. I'll edit out the period I'm gone in post like I always do. Hold tight. Whew, nothing like some water.
Good for clearing out the vocals, you know.
Chapter 374, Ability.
Where am I? Room 1013. What's going on outside? What are you talking about? I'm asking the questions. Know your place. You're only a guard commissioned by a lower-ranked queen.
Kurapika! 1013 was empty!
Wait. He's saying that they're in 1013, but every single time Hanzo goes to 1013, no one's in there. But this dude and the queen and Mariam are in 1013.
Oh yeah, this is an inability.
If Hanzo's right, the 13th prince is somewhere else, room and all. I can't tell if they're hiding or were kidnapped. I have to let them know. But I feel talking through Verge would make things complicated. It would be safest and quickest to talk to Biscuit. I doubt Verge knows anything about Nen, but from his manner of speech, he's not one to readily admit that. Please, listen to me. Your room is under the influence of someone's Nen ability. Your entire quarters were transported someplace else, somewhere else. I would like someone from the Hunter Association to check outside the door.
If you keep ignoring me and making absurd claims, I'll consider it a declaration of war. Don't you underestimate me. I don't need your advice.
Oh, he's an idiot then. Oh, he's just an idiot then.
I apologize.
Finally, I can get a word in.
Brother, you keep interrupting Kurapika and you keep saying, what you mean you can't get a word in? You've been the one speaking the most. What you mean? This joker rude.
Finally, I can get a word in. What's the situation with the 6 suspects of 12th Prince Momose's assassination? They all belong to higher-ranked queens, so we don't get any information, so I'd like your status report on the progress of the investigation.
Your queen is similarly lower
ranked than the suspects, but since you're not directly involved, if you can gain their favor and offer us useful information, I could send you the association members who had been assigned to 12th Prince Momose.
Mind you, the ones who were linked to 12th Prince Momose was indeed Hanzo and Biscuit. I don't know how he's going to send Hanzo, considering Hanzo is, using his Nen ability to put himself outside of his body right now.
I'm grateful for this gracious offer. May I say something?
What is it?
We've already obtained concrete information on the perpetrators of 12th Prince Momose's assassination.
You mean his identity?
Yes. I can explain how we found out. We desire a peaceful resolution to the Cedar ceremony. For that, a coalition among princes is imperative. We currently have a ceasefire agreement with the 3rd, 5th, and 9th princes. As you know, I've offered information about and instruction in Nen to all princes. I want to prevent the tragedy of the young princes becoming victims at all costs. As I said, room 1013 is under the influence of someone's Nen ability. Please, trust us. I promise it would help solve the problem if you can find out what's going on and share what you discover.
If you say so, fine.
Thank you.
We'll have a hunter look outside and report the findings. If there's something unusual, you can tell us how to approach it and give us the name of the assassin.
Is that what you hope to hear? I told you not to underestimate me!
Oh, great. He's an idiot. He really is an idiot.
A number of violent deaths occurred in room 1014 and everyone found out about Nen. But all Hunter Association members say is, Nen exists, but it can't be seen by anyone who hasn't learned it. And on top of that, there was another death at your Nen class. And when I call you about an incident in room 1013, you claim to know who did it? How could we trust you when it's all so convenient for you? Just like how Dracula tricks people into inviting him into their houses. How else could I see you? We will not open the door from our side. If that doesn't matter to you, try exposing the assassin.
He's He's so dumb. He's so dumb. If he dies, I'm not even going to feel bad. I'm not even going to feel bad.
All right. The assassin was Tufty, the guard serving 5th Queen Swinko. He committed suicide in his holding cell, and he disclosed how he entered the prince's bedroom and his ability in a will. By the way, Tufty was in his bed at the time of the crime. Outsiders would not be privy to this information. I would like you to understand that I'm not spouting baseless nonsense. Considering the power relationship between the 5th Queen, the 8th Prince, and higher-ranked queens and princes, the trial should go off without a hitch. The assassin's name should be officially revealed before long. In all likelihood, he will be treated as if he worked alone. The more the higher-ranking queens and princes get involved, the more conspicuous it would be. The cycle of assassinations won't stop. Please consider the coalition.
Okay, this was helpful. Isn't the Hunter Association as an organization using the Cedar and ceremony to destroy Kakin from within? Nothing you've said would eradicate my suspicion, but in fact it only deepens.
And then Karapika hangs up. I applaud Karapika being calm in this situation where this dude is just being stubborn, like very and overly stubborn.
He's quite stubborn. He trusts nobody but himself.
I figured. It seemed Vergay couldn't stand us from the beginning.
I don't know where they are, but we know contact is possible. You're the only one who knows what's going on, so I'd like you to stay in room 1013.
I'll get back to my body once break is over anyway. Until then, I'll make
food. Don't worry, I'll edit this out too. Yo, Ogata, it's good to see you. Water.
Let's see. He's quite stubborn. How far did I read?
I'll get back to my body once break is over anyway. Until then, I'll make use of this ethereal body to look into things.
I gotta pace myself whenever I jump around and do extra stuff so I don't sound tired.
I don't know where they are, but we know contact is possible. You're the only one who knows what's going on, so I'd like you to stay in room 1013.
I'll get back to my body once break is over anyway. Until then, I'll make use of this ethereal body to look into things.
It concerns me that he didn't try to confirm the source of my information. He may be suspicious of an inside job and didn't mention it on purpose. Be careful.
It's possible. I don't think it's going to devolve into a witch hunt at this point, but I'll be prudent.
I hope your day has been good, Ogata. I hope it's been good.
Karapika, anything you want me to check out?
I'm good. You should prioritize the information you need for 13th Prince Mariam's safety.
He can't ever put himself first.
And he just smiles because he knows how selfless of an individual Karapika is.
See ya.
And then it's just Karapika, Sakata, and Bobby Mina.
Karapika, I'd like you to tell me what you know about room 1013 being under the influence of Nen.
And Babby is just looking.
Room 1013 and everyone inside have been transported somewhere, and we don't know if it's defensive or if it was an attack.
All good? That's what I like to hear.
Abilities that separate a space are a forte of emitters and conjurers. Emitters can move space itself, and conjurers can create a space with various rules. Bobby Mina has stopped interfering. Is it a strategy, or is he waiting until the assassin is found? I think it's an act of defense by 13th Prince Mariam's Nenbeast. News from Hanzo will be key.
All right, keep me in the loop.
Of course.
And then we have Bill looking over Wobble and Prince Oito, and of course food being prepared. 37 hours and 30 minutes since departure. We really haven't gotten that far, and now we have a full spread of every prince. It's a giant spread out at sea, like a top-down bird's eye view of the sea and the black whale ship, and also what happened with all the princes and what's going on with them. First Prince Benjamin, 13 personal soldiers, 9 Queen Unma guards, monitoring younger princes. Then we have Second Prince Camilla, 12 personal guards, including 5 associate members, 7 servants, 8 Queen Duazul guards monitoring younger princes. Third Prince Zhanglie, 15 personal guards, including 5 associate members, 3 servants, 7 Queen Tongjiaoli guards, monitoring younger princes. Fourth Prince Sereit Nietzsche, 15 personal guards, including 5 associate members, 5 servants, and 9 Queen Unma guards, duplicates. Fifth Prince Tubepa, which I incorrectly called Subepa. Fifth Prince Tubepa, 14 personal guards, including 5 associate members, 5 servants, and 8 Queen Duazul guards, duplicates. Sixth Prince Tyson, 5 personal guards, 5 servants, 2 Hunter Association members, 6 Queen Catrono guards, including monitoring younger princes. 7th Prince Luzerus, 4 personal guards, 6 Queen Duazul guards, royal guards, 3 Hunter Association members, 1 servant, 8 Queen Duazul guards, duplicates. 8th Prince Salai, 5 personal guards, 3 Queen Swinkle guards, royal guards, 3 servants, 4 Queen Swinkle guards monitoring younger princes. 9th Prince Hulkenberg, 14 personal guards, 8 Queen Duazul guards, duplicates. 10th Prince Cacho, 2 Queen Seiko guards, royal guards, 3 Hunter Association members, 5 servants, 3 Queen Seiko guards who are monitoring younger princes. 11th Prince, 11th Prince, we skipped over 9 because Momose is dead. But 11th Prince Fugetsu, 2 Queen Seiko guards, royal guards, and 8 servants. 12th Prince Momose, sorry, my bad, 12th Prince Momose is dead. I just completely missed the point where it said 9th. So that's me. My bad. 12th Prince Momose, deceased. All moved to 13th Prince, room 1013. 1 Queen's Savanto guard, royal guards. 5 Hunter Association members and 3 servants. 13th Prince Mariam. 5 Hunter Association members, 3 servants. And then lastly, 14th Prince Wobble, who has 2 Hunter Association members and 1 servant. Association, and we have a whole explanation of this. Association members. Each prince's guards and the Hunter Association coordinated to gather personnel to guard areas outside residential quarters. These personnel were given temporary Hunter Association member status as a matter of convenience. Rules have been ignored and they freely enter quarters. Then we have... I want to see if I do this right. Let's just go with personal guards. Personal guards. Soldiers each prince assembled through their own connections. Only the first prince's guards also serve as royal army officers. The guards of the oldest 5 princes have been training since their childhood to give their lives to the prince, and morale and loyalty are high. Queen's guards. I think I read this in an incorrect way. It was supposed to be from right to left, not left to right. Royal army soldiers allotted to each queen. Each prince's guard has little sense of connection to them, but they are loyal to their queens. Hunter Association members. Professional hunters hired as bodyguards by each individual prince. Sorry about that. Talking about food. Queen's guards. Royal army soldiers allotted to each queen. Each prince's guard has little sense of connection to them, but they are loyal to their queen. And Hunter Association members, professional hunters hired as bodyguards by each individual prince. Exclusively defensive, they do not assist assassinations even by request from the client. And then we already read through the association members, so all we have left is servants. Servants. Some also serve as soldiers and some are non-combatants. The more personnel a prince requests, the more furniture, necessities, and luggage allowed to fit in their residence, and therefore the fewer weapons they can bring. Those with weapons are supplied. So that's pretty much the explanation. And we have 10th Prince Cacho just chilling. Yeah, 10th Prince Kacho just chilling. Let me make sure I'm looking at this right. Yeah, we have Kacho. That is not... Is that Fugetsu? That's Kacho. And is that Fugetsu? That looks like Kacho and Fugetsu. But it's Tuesday at 1:27. And she's laying down and she's looking at her phone, going, oh, right, thinking of, oh, yeah, looking at a picture of herself and, oh, okay, I get it. She's looking at a picture of herself and 11 Prince Kacho. And she's going,
Caddy.
and while she's laying down, she opens her eyes, and all of a sudden, there's just like a door floating in front of her, just like a small door. Think Alice in Wonderland, but it's kind of like that.
What's this door? A door in the wall? I feel like I've seen this door before. It's the door to the magic worm, the playground equipment we played in when we were little.
And Fugetsu is just looking at it. Is this a dude? Am I wrong? Is this supposed to be a dude? But it's back when Kacho and Fugetsu were messing around in their own little personal, like, little jungle gym. Can you imagine being so rich that you are capable of having your own little playground equipment in your own specific room for just you? And mind you, the guards are outside of the bedchamber. And the door closes. The door closes. The guards don't notice. And Fugetsu crawls through this tunnel that winds up leading straight to Kacho.
That's right. A magic tunnel. Back then, we pretended we could go anywhere through here.
And Fugetsu basically causes the bed of Kacho to just flat out open up. And he's looking around, and Kacho's all like, shh. And then motions him away. And then all of a sudden, Melody, who is capable of hearing the heartbeat of individuals, she goes,
10th Prince Kacho's heartbeat shot up.
Did you notice?
Yeah, Prince!
and then the guards come in. The guards come, they make their way into the room with the guards, and they're all like, huh? And Melody's looking, and we see the silhouette of a prince of a prince inside of, mind you, they have the curtains drawn so you can't see inside.
10th Prince Kacho, are you all right?
Why?
10th Prince Kacho, please rely on us more. It's our job to protect you.
Yeah, it's your job, so just do your best and get paid.
Just wander around and pretend that you're worried about me like you did now. She's so strong. Her heartbeat shows that she believes it's her duty to do this. I feel pride in my work. I don't have anyone close to me I'd want to protect with my life like you do. But if protecting someone is my mission, I'm prepared to offer my life.
Don't talk like you know everything.
Have your parents ever told all your siblings to kill each other?
I'm not putting my life on the line because I want to.
You're right.
Why do you even think I'm doing this for someone else?
This girl. 10th Prince Kacho, may I talk to you about Nen?
Should be told the truth.
And then we cut back to the other prince's room, where the Nen beast is still pushing out smoke. And mind you, the room is messy. It's disgusting. It's nasty. 8th Prince Salai's guardian spirit beast is a manipulator. It's a diffusive induction type and is weakly compelling, but can control many people. The white smoke it intermittently exhales. Intermittently. Sorry. The white smoke it intermittently exhales. I surmise the more you breathe in, the more your goodwill towards the prince increases. That explains why he's able to have so many women around him. They are quite literally being gaslit. The prince's emotions affect the amount of smoke and area of influence, but it averages a radius of 7 meters. Once you've breathed in more than a certain amount, a clone appears above your head. It in turn makes contact with someone else and makes more clones. It's a contagious carrier of goodwill towards the prince. literally could just cause an entire room to fall under his control. Because once someone has been completely taken over, a clone comes out and starts pushing out more smoke so it spreads to another person. Okay, this is another dangerous ability.
There are 3 possible goals of this multiplication of the Nen Beast. 1. Control and increase allies. 2. Erode and decrease enemies. 3. Steal something from those enlisted to increase the power of the Nen Beast itself or its user. Considering his nature, he desires a harem. My hypothesis should be correct. The attendant guards are highly loyal to begin with. It took half a day to generate a duplicate with the girls. Koroadi, on the same shift as me, and guarding 16 hours a day, has been unknowingly breathing in the drifting smoke. Third Queen Tang Xiaoli's guard with zero loyalty to Third Queen Tao Zhang guard with 0 loyalty to Salai. Sorry, it's just some of these names, they trip me up so easily if I try to read it all at the same time. Third Queen Tang Xiaoli's guard with 0 loyalty to Salai. If I can find out how many hours it takes for a duplicate to appear over his head, I'll unleash the Predator. If it's effective against the Guardian Spirit Beast, I can contribute to First Prince Benjamin's victory. Stranger, Predator, a conjurative ability. When Rion determines his target and activates his Nen, a Predator starts growing inside him. The more accurate he is in analyzing and understanding his target's ability, the easier it grows into his target's Predator, and the more superior to the target's ability it will be. Its power grows stronger the more accurately he predicts the ability from a state of complete ignorance, so it's powerless against simple reinforcer and emitter attacks. These things are complicated. Now we're here at room 1003 with Zhang Lei, and there's a clink sound, and a coin just falls on the ground. And his guards are looking at it. What's wrong? You dropped it. Pick it up.
Well, it didn't come from us. A coin dropped out of nowhere.
It's true. It fell out right in front of our eyes. I don't need to offer information to those who don't know about or can't see Nen. It's true the coin appeared out of air. But from Zhang Lei's guardian spirit beast's mouth.
The coin literally dropped out of his own Nen beast, and he doesn't even realize it.
Another one already appeared yesterday, but only I noticed it.
Now it's becoming more visible to everyone else, and Zhang Lei is just holding the coin up to his face, and it has like a whole bunch of leaves and stuff with the number 1 on it. And that's the end of chapter 374. Onwards to chapter 375. Okay, things are getting, I won't say complicated, but this is a lot of information to process right now, especially with the showcase of different Nen abilities and what they can do, especially from the guards that Benjamin sent to keep tabs on everybody. Chapter 375, Persuasion.
Good morning, everyone! Good morning.
Good morning, Sixth Prince Tyson.
Don't worry, love will always triumph.
And everyone's just looking.
All the cold, lonely nights and the times you wish you could take back, they will one day become beautiful memories. This is love, the power of love, from the Book of Tyson, 2nd chapter, verse 4, Kana Chronicles.
And I'm like, it's no wonder these guys never read the book. I wouldn't even read it. Viva Prince Tyson! Viva Prince Tyson! And the ones who didn't read it, they're just clapping their hands because it's like, I ain't read that book. I ain't read it.
Ease, wasn't that a total ripoff of Nishina Kana lyrics?
Never heard of her.
Seriously? You don't have a life, Ease. Her song Darling is a legend. Cue the waterworks at No Matter How.
What do you think of these guys?
Still speaking of the Nen beasts that are on their shoulder.
I don't get any bad vibes. It's the Nen beast of someone who preaches about love. It would be wrong for it to be harmful. Maybe it's like a spirit bomb.
Your metaphors are too esoteric.
You gotta know DB.
DB, huh? I've read it.
Oh, a certain DB. Not DB Kai, not DBZ, not DB Super, but just DB. I wonder which DB they're talking about.
Spirit bomb, huh?
6 Prince Tyson's Guardian Spirit Beasts. Emitter, diffusive levy type. The Eyewogs sticks to those who receive a book of Tyson. The Eyewogs collect aura from their hosts in exchange for happiness. The degree of happiness depends upon how thoroughly they've read the book of Tyson. Oh, so you ain't happy if you don't read the book. That's crazy. However, breaking the soul taboo in the book brings about severe punishment. Then so we're just learning about all the beasts of all the prince now. All of them. Second Prince Camilla's Guardian Spirit Beast. Manipulator. Coercive. Controls someone who fulfills its conditions at will. 5th Prince Tubepa's Guardian Spirit Beast. Transmitter. Collaborative type that requires a research partner for activation. The beast can produce a variety of drugs within its body. Unohana would like this. Either that, no. Mayuri Kurotsuchi would like this one. 7th Prince Luzerus's Guardian Spirit Beast. Conjurer, pseudo-coercive manipulative ability. Sets a trap by conjuring whatever the target desires as bait and activates once the target falls for it. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Then you get got.
This is dangerous. We must do something quickly or this could become a threat to First Prince Benjamin. Each individual's aura was average, but once they've assembled with 9th Prince Hochlenberg,
I couldn't say that.
Each individual's aura was average, but once they assembled with 9th Prince Halkenberg, their power rose suddenly. A moment of silence for 12th Prince Momose.
And all the guards around Halkenberg are just like bow their heads. Mind you, the one guard that was here sent by Benjamin, he's getting nervous because these individuals all suddenly having their nen increase suddenly out of nowhere. And then all of a sudden, there's this big explosion of nen that envelops the entire group of Halkenberg's very own guards.
By prayer? No. They're all united in action. It's symbiotic fellowship. When they're all on the same wavelength, they produce an enormous amount of aura.
Yeah, Mayuri would love it, and that Family Guy scene is hilarious. Yeah, it was. It was. 9th Prince Halkenberg's Guardian Spirit Beast. Enhancer. Symbiotic type. The greater the number of those with the mark of the feather who gather under the prince, the higher their potential. When the group unifies and activates its ability, it reaches the highest level among Nen abilities.
This is frightening.
It's gotten to the point where a guard from Benjamin is incredibly nervous from the amount of power that Halkenberg's ability is actually putting out.
Prince Benjamin must have noticed this. If we kill Halkenberg, it must be now, while they're not even aware of their own ability. Give me instructions.
After the moment, and mind you, he's putting in Morse code for it.
After the moment of silence and their aura weakens, I'll kill them. Without their leader, their ability will collapse. The problem is Halkenberg's Guardian Spirit Beast. It knows I can use Nen and is always on alert. If I approach Halkenberg with a clear intent to kill, I don't know how it'll fight back. I expect it'll shoot its ruffled feathers. Orzini. Orzini.
Yeah, I want to say Orzini. Orzny.
Orzini, first Queen Unma's guard on the opposite shift, had received the mark of the feather along with the others. But the fact that it disappeared in 10 minutes shows that it has no effect on those who feel no loyalty to Halkenberg, so it's not a coercive manipulative type. Manipulative ability.
Sorry, I want to make sure I say exactly what the words say.
But like the others, he has no memory of receiving the mark. This is memory revision from a manipulator attack. So the guardian spirit beast itself is an enhancer, but influenced by Hulkenberg's nature and personality. It was vested with a manipulative ability during its attack. It's not a strong manipulator and can't coerce. It's instead able to delete and tamper with memories. It's highly likely it's also counteractive in order to better affect memories.
Oh, this is a dangerous ability then.
Because attacking second carries more risk, it can perform a more powerful revision, even overwrite my target as Prince Benjamin. After a counterattack, I won't be able to trust my own memory. I won't even be aware of that. I can't. It's not wise to attack Hulkenberg right now. Without knowing his guardian spirit beast's ability for sure, it might produce the worst results. I need at least one or two others, if possible, as witnesses to its attack.
And then Benjamin speaks up inside of his earpiece.
This aura, is it Hulkenberg? Yes, sir. It's a symbiotic type.
Room 1001.
Can you kill him? No. I'll need two people to verify information. I'll explain more later. The assassin on 1014, the united force of 1009, and the scum in 1004. So many to choose from, huh? The voyage has just begun. Like Camilla, there may be others who dig their own graves. Wait and see. It's not my style. But it would be wise.
Then in room 1009, and we have Hulkenberg.
Your Highness, where to?
But
to make another appeal to my father.
But seeing the king outside the banquet is forbidden.
If that disqualifies me, so be it.
The king has declared the battle for succession cannot be cancelled. Further resistance could get you arrested. And then Hulkenberg looks towards one of his own guards with tears in his eyes.
If I do nothing and there's another victim, I might as well have killed them myself. I can't stand that. The 9th prince is on his way to see the king. 5 attendants following. Roger. The rest of you carry out your duties.
Yes, sir. Then we cut to room 1011, and we have Fugetsu.
That was amazing. A door to caddy appeared when I wished for one. Did I do that? Is that my magic? The door disappeared when I came back. If it appears again when I wish for it, my magic is real. Please, door to caddy, please appear before me.
And Fugetsu starts trying to pray in order for the door to appear.
Why? Why can't I do it?
And then someone goes, Hanzo! And, sorry, wrong voice. It's Biscuit.
Hanzo! Time's up! You made me pull an all-nighter. It better be worth it.
I made him pay, but now there's a bigger problem.
And then we have Biscuit and Hanzo speaking to each other as we're running up on Verge.
That sounds like 13th Prince Mariam's guardian spirit beast.
Yeah, Verge is pretty angry, but he'll let Bella go to Karapika's class, right?
If it looks different outside...
If it looks different outside the door.
Yeah, if this room has been isolated, it's possible it won't be the hallway.
It'll be bad if Verge panics. He's suspicious of a Hunter Association conspiracy. We have to calm him down.
Bellarente does not need to go.
We fell for the sweet talk of a class on Nen and lost a precious ally. Baragen has been killed, so the quest to learn Nen is over.
True.
The assassin hasn't been caught, and sending more people will gain us nothing.
And then Hanzo speaks up. See, this dude is so paranoid. This dude is so paranoid that he's actually making the ability for everyone to even learn that they're trapped somewhere harder.
I have an idea. What?
We can teach the staff Nen here.
We'd like you to watch and ascertain the truth of Nen. You sound confident. You think you can make me accept the existence of Nen?
Yes.
The technique to make nothing seems like something people call that The technique to make nothing seem like something. People call that sleight of hand. I understand Nen as a mental technique to bring out potential and display above normal power. The observed superpowers that you expose do not exist.
And then, in front of him, Biscuit shifts to her full-on adult form. Because, you know, Nen is just a mental power to give you above normal strength. So Biscuit goes all like, fine, I'll show you what Nen can do. I've been using Nen to contain my full strength and my full body, and I'm taller than you. And she goes, this is how I really am. I don't know how it really works either. And then Verge is just left speechless. Over years, I wished for a desired outcome, and I got to where I am through gradual changes. You're not wrong that the mind can affect the body, but the range of Nen abilities isn't as narrow as you think.
And overwhelming visual proof is
the most effective persuasion.
I could show him my doubles, but the risk is higher and I'd come under suspicion as the assassin to Prince Momose.
I can't guarantee anyone within 2 weeks like Karapika, but for people with aptitude, it would be comparatively easy to double physical abilities in a month.
I can't believe it. How can there be someone so beautiful?
Verge has a thing for Biscuit now. This dude is into Biscuit now. And specifically because she's in her full-size muscle mother form. He's all like, how can someone be so beautiful? He's all like, I will believe anything that you say. Shut up or I'll crush you with my thighs. You can do that? I mean, what?
How can there be someone so beautiful? The beautiful yet sinister lines from the trapezius muscle to the deltoid, the hamstring, its quiet yet tyrannical bulge.
This dude is enamored by how muscular Biscuit is. This dude is speechless at her muscles. And Hanzo's just looking like, yup, he's at a loss for words. You can choose who gets taught. Why don't we begin right now?
No, that won't do. Teach me, Nen, please.
Oh, he bad. He's got it in for Biscuit. And both Hanzo and Biscuit are looking at each other.
It'll save time if you teach me directly, whether what you say is true or fiction.
And then she just smiles. You're right. I'll change shifts to match yours. Guarding the queen and prince at the same time would kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
Yes.
He has not stopped blushing the whole time.
Bellerinte will go to room 1014 as scheduled. Don't get me wrong, I haven't accepted Nen, and it's not to check outside. It's strictly to find out what the other princes are doing.
Yes. All right, it's early, but we should check outside.
Hold on. I'll go with you. Don't get me wrong, I still don't believe what Karapika said.
Okay. And then the door opens and they prepare to go outside.
Well,
it doesn't look different, and it's not like there's an invisible wall. Shall we request a hunter from 1014 to come here?
What for? What Karapika said was bogus.
And then Biscuit comes up and puts her hand on his shoulder. Being enclosed in a Nen space, the boundary with the real world can be classified in 3 categories. 1, non-permeable. 2, permeable. And 3, one-way. If there are no visible changes, most are number 3, and you can't get back once you leave.
Such powerful harmony of digital flexors and extensors.
He is so enamored by every single muscle in her body, even the muscles in her fingers. If you don't, get you some water, you very, very, very thirsty man.
Such powerful harmony of digital flexors and extensors.
Are you listening?
Of course, but the whole thing is flawed. Bellarente just went out normally.
The determination of being in or out of a space is most often calculated when the entire body crosses the border.
Captain Vergay. I'll ask again. May I go? Fine, go. But don't get me wrong.
Quiet, Captain. The proof is in the pudding. Seeing is believing.
And then Rente goes outside. I'm completely outside. Can you see me? Yes, as normal as can be. This time, I'll go back in.
And here I go. And he starts to move his arm. He goes to move his arm, and then his arm starts to literally disappear into the room like there's an invisible wall, but you see his arm going into it and disappearing. And, of course, unsurprisingly, Vergay is utterly shocked.
Well, to be honest, as soon as I was completely out, you all disappeared into thin air. So the room 1013 I'm seeing is no longer the one you're in. Can you still hear me?
Hey, Kyushu, what page are you on? I had to step out for a moment. We are about to end. We're on the last page of chapter 375. We're on the last page where Bellarente exits from the room, and we find out that there are two separate room 1013s now. Because in the room with everyone else, it's fine. But as soon as he left, he says,
to be honest, as soon as I was completely out, you all disappeared into thin air. So the room 1013 I'm seeing is no longer the one you're in. Can you still hear me? I'll be off then. I don't know if I can get back.
And, well, Bellarente goes off to the Nen class of Karapika, but now Vergay can see that Nen is real, and people cannot physically get back into the room. 3 it is. This is likely Prince Mariam's guardian spirit beast Nen ability.
Let's begin Nen training for everyone.
And that's the end of chapter 375. Onwards to 376. 4 more chapters and then we'll be done. But also, we found out that Vergay has a thing for Biscuit, since Biscuit used her ability to change back into her normal, muscular, tall state to display that Nen is very real. He is completely captivated by her now. Can't even speak calmly now because he's just that nervous. And also seems to know every single muscle that's in the human body because anytime she was near him or he was looking at her figure, he could tell which muscles were which. Even the muscles inside of her fingers when she put her hand on them. So, dude's got it bad. He's got it bad. Chapter 376, Determination. And we have Hulkenberg making his way towards where the king is.
I'm deeply sorry, but you cannot see the king. Please wait until the next banquet. I'm here because that's not soon enough. At least give this letter to father. 9th Prince Hulkenberg is negotiating with the guard at the VIP gate. WIP gate.
I didn't expect that turn. Neither did I. Oh, the joys of going further into the story of Hunter x Hunter and not knowing anything. I love it. I'm so glad I barely looked at the wiki, and mind you, I remember looking at the wiki for Hunter x Hunter several years ago, and I never looked at it again. So glad I never saw any of this.
At least give this letter to father. 9th Prince Hulkenberg is negotiating with the guard at the WIP gate. I can only pass the letter to Morrissey, the Grand Chamberlain. My advice is to give it to the king directly at the banquet. I'll come again tomorrow with the letter. Until he sees me, I'll keep coming, the next day, and the next.
And then we have... We're in a courtroom? Oh, it's your girl. It's your girl who was saying, like, oh, you don't have enough evidence. Now stop wasting my time. The person in charge of the high courts.
Second Prince Camilla was only fighting in self-defense after being fired upon by Muse, the first Prince Guard.
Oh, wait. Second Prince Camilla was only fighting in self-defense after being fired upon by Muse, the first Prince Guard. He fled. She followed in pursuit and came upon Furikov, the first Prince's Guard, and Wolfe, the first Queen's Guard. Guns were pointed at her, and she felt in danger for her life and was forced to shoot. This is a case of self-defense. We demand the first prince and his personal army hand over Muse for the attempted assassination of the second prince, and are also filing a suit against the first prince of suspicion of ordering the assassination.
Objection. Firing dozens of shots at First Prince Benjamin, who was unarmed, was clearly excessive, and we are not harboring Muse.
I request that the first prince's quarters be searched.
Your Honor, we also request a search of the second prince's quarters. All right, I will request that the royal army perform a search of both. Until Muse is found, both princes will be confined to the WIP area.
That is a W, right? It's not two V's?
WIP area under surveillance. Protection service can continue as usual, but I will assign an escort to accompany all outings. Court is adjourned.
And then it shows Camilla walking away with her group, and Benjamin with his, with his second in command of the Royal Army standing next to him.
She escaped confinement, unfortunately.
It doesn't matter. Muse's owl sees everything. I'll see it no matter where she is or what she does.
Because with that ability of Muse, he literally has his own little heads-up display that displays what the bird sees. Third day, 10:05 a.m. It is now day 3. And we lost another person. Yep, we lost another person. With Kurapika and Sakata.
I've got 3 of them. 1 is still inside. Close the living room doors. Nobody move. Bill, close the bedchamber doors and don't open them until I get there. Same culprit. It attacked the moment Myohan went to the bathroom. Visually directed, remote control, or a manipulator.
Again? Is everything all right?
You stay there. The culprit is clearly attacking those without Nen. You'll be fine with me.
10 seconds after the scream and he's all dried up. Taken by surprise, there's no way to fight back without Nen.
It's gone, but it wasn't small enough to escape through the vents.
The Nen has been deactivated. We need to do some explaining in the living room.
About what?
This is a situation where people might start to think we planned it. Everything that happened benefits us, especially considering how Myohan argued with me on the first day.
And remember, Myohan was the one arguing with Kurapika and was saying like, oh, this is just another waste of time. Now he did. And now we get with the rest of the guards.
That's it! You lured us here with a promise to teach us about Nen.
Your plan is to eliminate us one by one.
I knew it was too good to be true. Everything was a lie.
Hold on, what I've said about Nen is true, and this isn't our plot.
If we continue, you'll keep eliminating us, and if we quit, these murders will get covered up. Call the Royal Army. It's obvious which side the judge will support.
What they're saying sounds logical, and there's enough circumstantial evidence. Even with royal privilege, in the worst case, all of us could be separated, including the Queen and Prince. We can't get the Royal Army involved. I have to persuade them to continue.
And then we get one guard speak up.
Hey, can I say something?
And it's Bellerante.
Who pees while in hostile territory anyway? Isn't that stupid?
And everyone just stops and thinks about it, because that's a very good point. Who goes for a bathroom break while you're on duty to protect someone?
Barrigan was caught by surprise, but this was just being careless. The class is only a couple hours long. Just stay on your toes and go by the book. We'll split into 3 groups, so keep an eye on each other. Do everything as a group, and this type of attack can't happen.
Thank you for your opinion, but we don't fully trust your hunter.
Thank you for your opinion, but we don't fully trust your hunter association.
Oh?
The rumor is that you're conspiring to use the battle for succession to gain favor with the Kakin royals. Where there's smoke, there's fire.
I see. Besides the princes, this is also a competition to advance your careers. Good for you.
Ooh, I like how Bellerante hitting back at him. Oh, speak your words, man.
It has nothing to do with us hunters. We do our best on the job, and once it's over, move on to the next one. Isn't your job in the class over? You know about Nin already. Why are you here griping now that Barragan is dead? Typical speech of someone who doesn't really have much to say in the matter. Just listen to yourself.
Oh, I like Bellerante. Okay, hitting back with the quick wit.
Typical speech of someone who doesn't really have much to say in the matter. Just listen to yourself. It's important to gather intel regarding the other prince's defenses. It's also the queen's orders. None of us underlings following orders are clamoring to end the classes. If you want to quit, just leave. Don't drag the rest of us into it. The royal army should have only been called to recover bodies. If you're going to accuse 8th Queen Oito and her guards, I can accuse everyone here of the same thing. If we quit now, our missions fail and the culprit gets away. You lose the chance to score any points.
He playing on their egos. Ooh, he playing on their egos.
I'd like to continue as long as there's anyone who wants to. But you will be the ones to decide. Then Karapika walks, and then Bella just walks away.
Bellerante, a moment.
And everyone's looking at him. You sure?
They're suspicious of us anyway.
Now, and they go into the dining hall, which still has food. Has no one eaten? How long has it been? This food has been here for over an hour. How has no one eaten yet? That is food to be eaten. What are you doing? How are you going to have the food just sitting out and no one's eating it? That's a waste of food. Has no one eaten yet? But in the dining hall, sorry, that upset me.
Now we can continue classes. Thank you.
No need. I need some help too, you see.
Can I borrow Bill for 10 minutes? And then it just shows the whale ship, and then back to Karapika and Bella.
I see. It's worth a try. Yes, they might not be able to talk to me, but I can at least give them information.
Oh, wait. Yes, they might not be able to talk to me, but I can at least give them information. But it would be weird to talk to myself in front of 1013. People would stare.
So you're going to pretend to be chatting with Bill?
Hanzo got back, but that could be a special case. I don't know if I can get back. 13th Prince Mariam's Ninbeast is in the empty room, right?
I heard. I'll make contact if need be, but I'll prioritize this side.
Buy as much time and help as many princes as possible. We need to continue the classes, so I'm staying on this side.
10 minutes.
Thank you.
And then it cuts to Bill and Bella, who are speaking in front of room 1013. And then one of the guards is just looking at them. Then we cut to room 1010, and we have Cacho.
Melody, come here. Yes? Help me with my studies. Huh? What?
It's pointless when I'm going to die anyway.
Oh, I didn't mean that.
I know myself best, but I'm stubborn, so I get more motivated. You're the youngest in this room next to me, so you're closest to being a student, right?
And then there's a beeping sound.
This sound. Mosquitone?
Can you hear this? If so, say music. What's your best subject?
She's sending Morse code. I wasn't very good at school. Music, if I had to choose. Huh? What's your problem? Do I look like I want to learn an instrument? Whatever, I'll do this by myself. Go away! Yes, I'm sorry. Excuse me. Kitchen cupboard, bottom left.
And then Melody looks at Kacho and just bows now that the communication has been sent. And then we go to the kitchen cupboard, and there's a listening device inside. And it's basically a toy. Have secret conversations adults can't hear with Mosquetone. And it's basically like one of those secret... Who remembers spy toys for kids back then? Like the glasses that let you see secret text you could write around in. Or a walkie-talkie that you can have on your ear that you can listen to other people with a listening device over a certain amount of feet. Or like a secret safe that only you can open if you have a key or a password. Stuff like that. Who remembers those spy toys from back in the day? It's literally those.
She's racking her brains in order to survive. I'll save her. I swear.
Now we're back with Zhang.
Another one this morning. It looks like an ordinary coin. If the name is created, what kind of effect do you think it has?
Effects of conjured objects can be classified into two groups. They either work the same as actual weapons and tools, or they have a supernatural effect unique to Nen. Since there is no coin of this design that I could find, it won't be the former. I'd think it's a catalyst that activates a supernatural effect by fulfilling certain conditions.
Third Prince Zhonglie's Guardian Spirit Beast. Conjure, compound type. Multiple abilities activated by multiple conditions.
So, you have no idea.
Someone who possesses the coin after fulfilling certain conditions will gain various abilities. Oh, just like a literal coin toss of different abilities that you can have. Fulfilling certain conditions. This literally reminds me of Cash's fortune skill ability and Windfall in Borderlands 4. It literally reminds me of that. Day 4, Wednesday, late night. And we have Fugetsu looking at this door. And the door has reappeared in their room.
There it is. But this magic works once a day. Come to think of it, I got really tired yesterday after I got back. Where should I go today? Caddy happened to be in her bed yesterday. But we would have been in trouble if the guards had seen us. Can I really go anywhere? If we can escape from the ship, I'd go with Caddy.
Something I need to confirm. Okay. Yeah, I had to confirm. Yeah, not a dude. Not a dude. It's a woman. Okay, it's a girl. Okay, I should have like fully realized, but yeah, I just had to reconfirm for myself.
There it is. So this magic works once a day. Come to think of it, I got really tired yesterday after I got back. Where should I go today? Caddy happened to be in her bed yesterday, but we would have been in trouble if the guards had seen us. Can I really go anywhere? If we can escape from this ship, I'd go with Caddy. I have to investigate. Is it really once a day? Does it turn over at midnight? Or do I have to wait 24 hours?
There is so much inner monologues in this story. So much.
How far can I go? How many people can go through? Can the door appear in other places? Can I change locations while I'm coming back? How long does the door stay there without being used?
I'm going to tell you in real life, especially with newer generations, they don't think this much. They do not think this much or think into a moment this much. They don't. They don't plan. They don't plan.
I don't even know if I can come back through if I get out on the other side. Can I turn back midway or change the destination while inside? So many things I have to figure out. I can't waste any tries. I have to think and do this efficiently. First, I'll check if I can re-enter from the exit, and if I can change where the entrance is from the exit. Just in case I can't go back, I'll have the exit stay in this room. I want to go next to the exit, next to the entrance.
And the door isn't there.
The door doesn't appear. It won't open. It doesn't look any different either. Is it one way from the entrance, or does it appear after I open the entrance? Begin research. I'm going to save Caddy with my magic.
Then we cut to room 1004, and we have Sereidnich, whom we haven't seen in quite a while.
Muhan was killed? Yes, the culprit uses Nen. It was someone among the 21 people in room 1014. It only occurs during the class so far, but I can't say if it's 14th Prince Woble's people or the others. Should I keep going to the classes?
What do you think?
It's fatal to someone without Nen who's attacked. It's fatal to someone without Nen who's attacked while alone. I was about to say alone, but who's attacked while alone. But it's possible to avoid being a target altogether. They specified the limit to learn Nen as 2 weeks, so I think I should continue until at least then, whether or not it's true.
I see. My impression is that Kurapika,
the leader, is not lying. The goal for the Hunter Association is to escort them until we get to the continent. That's as far as they need to prevent the assassinations. It's quite likely that they're teaching Nen for real to level the playing field in order to create a stalemate.
I generally agree. But are you prepared to continue?
Sir?
Some of them can manipulate people, right? What if the act of teaching is the condition to activate the ability to manipulate people?
Terrifying.
Also, your girl is still alive. I thought, but there's a mark on her cheek, though. Yeah, there's a mark on her cheek that wasn't there. So she's still alive. I thought she died.
Terrifying. He has surpassed me in one of the most important skills in combat. The depth and speed of expecting the unexpected.
And then there's a throbbing pain coming from her wound.
This wound must be his guardian spirit beast's requirement.
If you continue, when you get back here on the last day, you'll need to bring something to prove your innocence, whether or not you will earn Nen.
I understand. I'll continue.
And then Sereidnich is standing there with your girl as the other guy leaves.
11 more days. I can make it. Teaching him Zetsu.
Oh, Theta dear.
Yes?
Don't you think I'm ready for this water divination thing?
Not yet. Cluttering your mind with unnecessary information can backfire. True, it's better to know earlier.
Come on, my knack for this is insane. Trust me, I'm much more obsessive than that. Let's go the shortest route.
If I knew his type, I could form a plan. I made my objections.
And all of a sudden, Sereidnich is capable of causing the water to overflow, but also bubble as well, but the water is dark.
Phew, what is this? I've never seen anything like this. A specialist. Only one thing is for sure, that it's sinister.
Oh, he a evil specialist. And that's the end of chapter 376. Onwards to chapter 377. The fact that this dude is learning so fast is terrifying. In just a short amount of time, this dude has already gotten the basics of Nen and is already fully learning Zetsu. Chapter 377, Scheme.
A music show at the banquet? Yes, isn't it a great idea?
And it's Kacho.
We're the hosts, so we should do something. I want to play the glass harp with Fufu as a duet. Melody says she can play the flute. Yes, I think it's great. Can you tell Fufu and Daddy about it? All right, I'll make another appeal to Daddy. Mom, it's okay. This is a holy battle to decide the glorious king of Kagin. I will fight with dignity and pride. It's nothing to be scared or sad about. Kacho.
And then her mother leaves. And it's just Kacho with the person who's supposed to be screening all of them.
Useless wench. It's just an empty gesture to assuage your guilt. Makes me sick.
Oh, this is how you feel about your mother? This is how you feel about your mother? Disrespect. I couldn't imagine saying something like this about my own mom and then living to tell about it.
Don't worry, I'm not recording this.
Oh, please do.
And she's clicking, her muscatone again.
Waiting for Daddy's reply. It will probably work. Arrange for you two to stand by in next to last passageway. All right. Make sure performance plays through all floors of Tier 1 through speakers. Tell King to keep it secret to surprise everyone. Okay. I'll request meeting with Fugetsu. I'll investigate routes. Next Sunday is the day.
And the fact that one of the many things I really like about Melody is the fact that with her aptitude for music, her being able to communicate with such accuracy with Muscatone is just absolutely perfect for her and Kacho.
Kacho, you don't have to play the villain anymore. It'll probably get the guards to choose Fugetsu if they were ever forced to make a choice. But this isn't what she would want. Your kindness will cause the suffering of the one you truly care about.
And then, of course, it shows Kacho just arranging things.
No, it should never happen that way. If they can just escape from this stupid ship, they'll be able to look back and laugh about it.
And then we got some Don Knotts looking, Clark Gable looking dude.
Melody, a moment.
Keeney, 10th Prince Kacho's Guard Hunter Association member.
Somebody suddenly appeared?
Yeah, more accurately, a head popped out of 10th Prince Kacho's bed. It was like a manhole cover being opened.
A Nen ability.
Yeah. My aunt couldn't tell who it was, but it disappeared right away, and 10th Prince Kacho didn't make a sound, so...
It was probably 11th Prince Fugetsu.
I feel the same way. A transportation ability, if used cleverly, could thwart even this situation. But if anyone finds out they lack a combat ability, they'll be a target.
All right, leave it to me.
I'm counting on you. It's so stressful here, and this inn is exhausting. Though I'll keep going to protect her from the others.
We can do this. Kacho's quick wit and ability to take action. Fugetsu's guardian spirit beast's ability. My support. The stage is set. All I need to do is secure the route and timing. My only concern is Prince Kacho's guardian spirit beast, which we haven't even seen once. I'd like to know what it is if I could. If it's belligerent, it might not even want to withdraw from the battle. But if it becomes an impediment to the
I can't even say impediment. Impediment, impudent are 3 different words.
If it's belligerent, it might not even want to withdraw from the battle. If it becomes an impediment to the plan, I'll have to think of a way to make sure she can't release it.
And it shows Kacho, Melody, and Fugetsu. And of course, the door of Fugetsu. And then we cut to the central dining hall. And all of the Phantom Troupe is there! All of them! All of them! All of the Phantom Troupe is there. Minus, Cortopi and Shalnark. But we have number 0, Crollo Lucilfer. Number 1, Nobunaga Hazama. Number 7, Franklin Bordeaux. Number 3, Machi Komachine. Or Komachine, or Komasine, or Komasine. Or Machi Komasine. I'm going to say Komasine. If it's wrong, my bad. But I'm saying Komasine. Number 10, Boloninov, Indolgo. Number 4, Kaluto Zoldik. Number 5, Finks Magcub. It's not even Magcub, it's Finks Magcub. Oh, I'm now learning his name. We're learning all the names of every member of the Phantom Troupe. Number 2, Phaeton Portor. Number 8, Shizuku Murasaki. And number 11, Illumi Zoldyck.
We don't know which tier Hisoka is on. We've been going over tier 5 with a fine-tooth comb for someone taller than 6'2", but no hits yet. We found out that traffic between tiers 3 to 5 is effectively limited by the Mafia.
The Cha ruler tier 5 here.
The Cha ruler... the Cha rule.
It doesn't say Cha R.
The Cha rule tier 5 here. There's Shi tier 4 and Hale tier 3. The passengers have been exploited by the country in various ways, for labor, as human experiments, for organ
donation. Organ donation. Not organ donation. Organ donation.
for organ donation, for
Why can't I read? Why can I not read right now? Why can I not read right now?
The passengers have been exploited by the country in various ways, for labor as human experimentation, for organ donation, for post-voyage contracts, all in order to secure passage, and what chicken feed they have left is snapped up by the Mafia.
And we're seeing multiple people walk in with like rose tattoos on their faces or over their bodies.
Illumi, introduce yourself and tell us what Hisoka might be doing. I haven't heard. We're in the middle of tag.
And yeah, more people walk in. And one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 dudes walk up. And they all have rose tattoos over them. And they're all just walking with their hands in their pockets. Like they ain't got nothing better to do than have their hands in their pockets.
Hi, I'm Illumi. I'm the Zoldyck's oldest son, and Killua and Kalutos are my brothers. I joined the Spiders on Hisoka's commission. We have a give-and-take relationship, but we knew one of us would kill the other in the end. And now that's come to pass. Oh, wait. We had a give-and-take relationship. We had a give-and-take relationship, but we knew one of us would kill the other in the end. And now that's come to pass. The target he commissioned is himself. The prenup is that if he dies, I'll get paid. Both of us are serious, so I don't know where he is.
And mind you, it shows all of these dudes are about to die. It shows all of these guards walking around the Phantom Troupe with guns drawn. They're stupid. And they walk up.
Sorry, but this table is reserved, so go somewhere else.
Then Crollo goes,
We're using it. You go somewhere else.
I'm so terrified for these guys who are around them because any one of these Phantom Troupe members could kill them all in an instant. In an instant.
But Crollo's all, we're using it. You go somewhere else.
And then one of them already has a finger on the trigger. So much for gun safety. Preparing to fire at a Crollo. But the dude with the beard and the rose tattoo just motions for him to stop.
You're the Phantom Troupe, right? You're famous in our industry. That mayhem in Yorknu remapped the Mafia power structure. We took advantage of the mess to get exclusive rights to the new continent. We owe you. We don't want to fight, but business dictates we can't be made into fools. Just step aside and you won't regret it. There's a reason why you're here. We can help.
So first off, I don't feel like this dude's gonna last very long because he said just step aside and you won't regret it. So that's a subtle passive-aggressive threat right there. Just stand aside and you won't regret it. Either that or he's saying it in a way like you won't regret it, you'll be able to reap some serious rewards. But my money's on him saying like you won't regret it. Like you won't regret it in terms of like you won't cross us and then you'll be fine.
There's a reason why you're here. We can help.
And Crollo doesn't say anything. And they're all standing up. And they're all standing up now.
We're looking for someone called Hisoka. He's over 6'2" and he gives off a sinister vibe. He's our top priority. We can check the Royal Army's passenger list.
though there are unofficial passengers like us, so don't expect much. You can search this tier, but to get into tiers 3 and 4, you'll need a ticket. Officially, the Royal Army manages it, but the Mafia has our own set of ticket punches. You'll get a free pass if you join us.
Very kind of you, but no thanks. We haven't heard your terms.
I told you, stepping aside is enough. Take your disputes elsewhere.
And then Crollo just starts to walk past him and smiles and goes,
We were on our way anyway. What about Tier 1? How do you get in there?
Don't push your luck. Get lost before I change my mind.
and the Phantom Troupe, the Phantom Troupe just walks off. Oh, really? He's talking about Crollo pushing his luck. I'm like, dude, don't push your luck. Because they could kill you in an instant and you wouldn't be able to tell until after your head is separated from your soldiers. From your soldiers. From your shoulders. I cannot speak. What time is it? I must be hungry. What in the world? But they walk away.
Sunbeam, are they trouble?
Heck yeah. They can't be tamed. Wild fire drakes. If they want to get to Tier 1, they'll get there. No doubt about it. The worst part is they have no interest in hiding Nen.
Nen is too much of a threat. Those who have it observe the unspoken rules to preserve the balance, like Jenga. If they go upstairs, it'll all come crashing down. We gotta stop that.
These dudes are gonna die. These dudes are gonna die. We gotta stop the Phantom Troupe from getting up to Tier 1? You know who they are. You know what they did in York New. We all know what they did in York New. And you said we gotta stop them? You didn't hear about how one member of the Phantom Troupe basically gunned down every single personal guard in the city and walked away without a scratch? You want to say we gotta stop? Best of luck. Best of luck. I'll notify your next of kin.
Call our young leader.
Yes, sir. Tell him what?
Tell him there might be a fight.
Oh, I hate blood.
Liar.
And then Fink speaks up.
He gave himself away.
Huh?
He flared up when we mentioned the top tier. I smell a big secret, and that means treasure.
That's later. Hisoka first. We've shown our cards. Now do as you please.
Oh, no, that's the signal. That is the scary signal. Finks, Shizuku, Belonorov, Kaluto, Phaeton, Machi, Franklin, Nobunaga, Elumi. Every single one of them.
We want to have a party, but there's no cake. We need a special order to place on the center of the table. When we get it, we'll get back together and dine on that table. Bring me Hisoka's head.
And he takes off his bandana and it shows his tattoo on his head. Oh, and all of the Phantom Troupe separate. They all separate. Oh, this is about to get bad. This is about to get bad. And then we have Shizuku and Bono there.
Crollo, can we team up?
And it's Shizuka and Bono.
I'm the one to kill him. Those are my terms.
That's fine. Bono and I.
Oh, she shortens it up to Bono too.
Our abilities don't work well against Hisoka's gum.
I'm attacking as soon as I see him. That's my plan. What will you do?
I'm going to look for Hisoka in disguise. Attack is the best defense.
Same as Shizuku, but I transform rather than disguise.
Oh?
Battle cantabile metamorphosin. Battle cantabile metamorphosin. I can take many forms depending. But I'm not smart enough to come up with a plan. I need your help.
All right. There's something I want you to do.
Oh, there's something I want you to do too.
Hmm?
Can you read our fortunes again? I think we get some clues.
I'm afraid I can't.
Huh?
That ability disappeared from my book.
Oh dear. That means...
Pretty much.
And then they're silent, walking.
I was thinking, your book is kind of like the Death Note.
Yo, CDs, what's going on? Shizuku, you keep thinking that. So we've already had a DB reference, and now we have a Death Note reference. But that's the end of chapter 378. No, that's the end of chapter 377. Onwards to chapter 378. I bet you're at the tail end of the stream. No, man. I got to read all the way up to 380. All the way up to 380. Hold on. Let me double check. I don't have to scroll as far. Yeah. We're at we just got done with 377. Now we're about to head on to chapter 378. So you got 3 chapters that you can chill with. So it's all good. You're good. That's the end of chapter 377. Onwards to chapter 378. Thank you guys for being so patient. Chapter 378, balance. And we're at the cafeteria.
The spiders? I see. That's a problem. Balance is important. If a resource is limited, the more it needs to be divided, the less of a share you get.
Not gonna lie, I'm really enjoying this so far. Hey, that's all I look for. If even one person is enjoying themselves with anything I'm doing, regardless of how many people are here, I've done my job.
If a resource is limited, the more it needs to be divided, the less of a share you get. For the haves to keep having, the majority needs to get the short end of the stick. That's balance.
It's crazy how people actually behave this way in real life.
Power works the same way. In fact, you need finer control. From extortion to war, force is the most effective means for the quick redistribution of wealth. The have-nots must not be given power.
Cannot stress how real that is. Shiyu boss, Onior Longbow, whose head looks like an onion. Natsubi Huigoro's half-brother, illegitimate, benefactor of the third Prince Zhanglie.
They lack the etiquette of those with power. Freaks who couldn't even fit into Media City. It'll be difficult to control them. Savages who don't hide their talents and don't care about life or death. Some of my young associates are actually secret fans of theirs.
Cha R boss, Brocco Lee. Okay, what is it with these dudes having vegetable motifs? Onior Longbow is rotund like an onion, with a head that is literally shaped like an onion. And Brocco Lee literally has hair that's shaped like broccoli. Natsubi Huigoro's half-brother, another illegitimate son, benefactor of 7th Prince Luzurus. I now understand why Luzurus' hair is styled that way. Either that's a personal choice or I don't know.
Reminds me, someone similar pushed the envelope to become boss.
What do you want me to say?
Birds of a feather will eventually clash without us lifting a finger.
We want to control the wind, right?
Heh.
Now they're straight up copying Dragon Ball Z. Not that I'm complaining. This just got way more interesting. Yeah, because this chapter came out... These chapters came out in 2022, not too long ago. Almost 4 years ago. It'll be 4 years in October.
We want to control the wind, right?
And then we have people standing in front of broccoli and onion. I'm just going to call them by the vegetables they look like. And they have attendants. And they both call to them simultaneously.
Hey.
Sir?
Find Hisoka before the spiders do.
Char R Underboss, Kenny Wong, and Shi Yu Underboss. How dare you make a name like this? What is this name? Hinrig? Hinrigh? Hinrigh. See, his first name, Hinrigh. She you underboss Henrig Bigandufno. Bigandufno. Why? Why is your name this? So we have Kenry, we have Kenny, we have Kenny, and then we have Henry. Or Henrig. I want to say Henrig or Henry. Henry and Kenry and Kenny and Henry. I don't know how to say these names. I'm sorry. And they both just say, yes, sir. So they're charged with finding Hisoka before the Phantom Troupe does.
Gather all group leaders and order 10 million to anyone with useful information.
Yes, sir.
10 million to anyone who finds Hisoka and another 10 million to the leader of that area. Use your connections among the laborers.
Get the manifest and search the list of single male passengers.
Yes, sir.
If he's not there, look through families of more than 3, including elderly and children.
Boss, Hisoka's a floor master at the Heavens Arena.
I know. He probably has a score to settle from that time with the leader of the spiders.
I don't know if we could capture him.
Idiot. Who acts for that?
I get the first, but why the other? Because it's the least likely. If we don't get a hit among lone travelers, then that means he's probably vigilant and obviously taking precautions. But most likely, he's stowed away. Difficult to pull off, but hardest to catch once he's in. Ask the Queen to get the soldiers to do a round of ID and ticket verification.
And they both say,
Find him.
I'll take care of the rest.
And then we have another person.
First, allow me to thank you very much. I'm deeply grateful to those of you who chose to follow me when I used the ceremony to take over the family name. As a junior member, to utter my command to kill. However, I don't care about anything in this world, including myself.
Oh, so we had brothers, but this is Hail Lee boss, Morena Prudo, level 45. The other ones didn't have levels. What in the world? Yeah, they didn't have levels. Why she got a level? Level 45. Natsubi Hyogoro's daughter with his lover, illegitimate. Benefactor, 4th Prince Serenich.
Let us destroy it all, just because.
With the 23 of us assembled here.
And we're seeing multiple people that follow Morena.
As promised, I will bestow an ability upon you. Come up, one by one.
I'm looking through all these faces. I do not see Hisoka. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's among them with texture surprise. And one woman walks up to her, and she just kisses her full on the mouth. Ability name, Contagion, with Etude of Love. Through the saliva of member 0, the affected individuals multiply up to a maximum of 23, including Morena. Members level up as they kill, increasing total aura and power. And she's level 45. She's killed 45 people already. As they kill, increasing total aura and power. Upon reaching level 20, their own ability emerges. At level 100, the individual becomes a new member 0 and they can form their own community of infected.
Civilians are worth 1 level. Those with abilities are worth 10. Kill a prince and your level will increase by 50.
Just kill just because. That's bad.
Then I wish you luck. Good day.
And they all walk away.
The 2 scars on the face, they signify the illegitimate children of the king who cannot become rightful heirs. Oh. At birth, their faces are slashed with a double blade. Their existence is permitted on the condition that they forever remain in the shadows.
At birth? When they're born, they get slashed across the face? so that the scars grow with them so people know that they're illegitimate children? That is crazy to do that to babies. To babies! It's a good thing Kitty isn't here. She would have a problem.
They selfishly procreate, fear the progeny, doubt and dread, then scar them for life and forgive them. Makes me laugh. But I like this scar. Without it, I would have slid closer to death. With this scar, I was able to perch on the razor's edge in order to destroy this dung heap of a world. I can keep trying just a little more. The Char are in...
And then, what page you on? I'm reading along with you. I'm on pages 12 and 13, as it has Morena thinking about the craziness of the world. Not just people who are, rich, but wars that are happening. People who are poverty-stricken. Just wastelands, deforest trees, people dying in the streets, natural disasters, volcanoes erupting, drought, animals literally eating each other, parasites coming out of bugs, thunderstorms, pollution, starvation, people being killed constantly. She wants to destroy it all. Mind you, the world that she's thinking of literally only exists in the world, in the nations that are in the lake of the dark continent. That's the crazy thing. The world she's thinking of is literally lying within the lake of a vastly larger world that not a single one of them knows about. But now we get the Phantom Troupe.
The Char in Tier 5 control all commodities. The Shiyu in Tier 4 make their riches from profit margins of human trafficking and distribution of goods. The Hail Yi's main income is by being intermediary between the wealthy and the black market.
So it just shows you where everyone else is. On Tier 5 is Loserus, the Prince Loserus with his benefactor. No, is Broccoli. Broccoli is Broccoli with Loserus as his benefactor. Then we have Onion with Zhongli as his benefactor. And then we have Morena with her benefactor being Saraidnich.
We'll leave Tier 5 to the Buor family and head to Tier 4. First, I'm going to procure my weapon from the warehouse.
Then Finks along with Phaeton.
I'll go too. There's something I want.
Me too. I need my trick umbrella.
Umbrella.
I need my trick umbrella. Smuggled in with the black market goods.
What? Are you babysitting me? Are you babysitting me? Pretty much. I can go by myself.
No, even you acknowledge Hisoka's abilities. We go all in.
We won't give that jerk a single ray of hope.
Kill first. Who and how are secondary.
And we're in the warehouse as the Phantom Troupe starts to make their way to their weapons. People are gonna die. People are gonna die. And they walk up to it. Oh, they know of them. Never mind.
They told me, Troupe. They told me. Troupe, right? What do you want? A sword and an umbrella. They've been smuggled in.
And they're being directed. They're being directed to where all their stuff is.
This way.
And then the guard rounds the corner, and before the rest of the troop can go around the corner, Nobunaga stops them.
Careful. He's gone. From my inn. In an instant.
You're right. There's nothing. And they round the corner, and it's a dead end. And the dude that was telling them was basically they were following is now gone. Oh, is this a trap? And then they turn around and the lights, I think the lights go out. Yeah, the lights went off. Only the singular lights are just like illuminating one spot.
It's a dead end.
And then they decide to turn around.
Back from where we came?
And they start traveling back, and then the lights turn back on, and they round right back to the corner where they just came from, and the guy that they were following is lying dead on the floor. So they went around the corner, followed the guy. The guy is gone as soon as they round the corner, and now it's a dead end. They travel back, come back around the same corner they just went to, and the guy they were following is now lying dead where they just came from. Okay, yep, then.
The guy disappeared, skipped over us, and reappeared as a corpse? Well, dead is dead. We look on our own. Hey, what about him? Huh? A corpse can't help us, and we can't call the others.
Sword and umbrella first.
Your priorities are weird. Ugh. I'm weird? Me?
And then on the roof of the warehouse, someone actually opens up the roof as if separating space. And now we're on the Tier 3 general passenger area. Stay back, everyone! Nobody goes in! This area is off limits until forensics is done with the scene. And we got Mizai! We haven't seen a member of the Zodiac in a minute.
How many Vics?
20. He entered the room disguised as royal army and killed quickly.
With Nan?
Unknown. The weapon was a blade, and there's no sign an ability was used.
Oh, if a blade was used, that probably was Hisoka, because Hisoka uses cards as swords, as cutting weapons.
A random attack. Any weaknesses?
There's someone who happened to be there. Perp was in his 20s, slender, 6 to 6'2", a crescent scar on his left cheek.
Never mind, that is Hisoka. The only witness is Hisoka. I thought Hisoka would have just killed them all and dipped. No, he's the witness. And if the Zodiacs get involved with protecting Hisoka with the knowledge, then they're probably going to come at odds with the Phantom Troupe. Oh lord, okay.
But canvassing the periphery doesn't return any eyewitnesses accounts of a guy like that.
The testimony is uncertain, and some parts don't make sense. Could be confused from the shock.
Let me talk to the witness.
And he starts to make his way into the crime scene. Then we have the person who was basically splitting open the roof, staring down at Phaeton, Finks, and Nobunaga.
Phaeton, Finks, Nobunaga, Finks, Phaeton. They ignored my prank. That's the commando team for the notorious spiders for you. Electrifying. My idols. Let's destroy the world together.
And he's just looking at them. And that's the end of chapter 378. Onwards to 379. Nearly done, folks. Thank you for sticking with me this long. I know it's long. Sorry, this thing won't allow me to type or click in that direction. What had happened since the Ant arc? Hisoka went berserk. Oh, since you clearly were not here, I'm just gonna mess with you just a little bit. Since you were not here, Hisoka fought Chrollo and nearly died in the process, but used his own Nen ability to revive his body. And after that fight with Chrollo, and it was basically like a draw, but he basically almost died in the process. He decided, I'm done with the Phantom Troupe. I'm gonna start killing you guys next. So first thing he does is he binds up Machi with his bungee gum and goes to and basically kills Shalnark, which is basically the dude with the phone that can control people, and Cortopi, which has the Nen ability to copy an object. He killed them already. Just like they were nothing. Literally, when Shalnark was speaking with Cortopi, he had already killed Cortopi without Shalnark noticing. Walked out of like a playground bathroom with his head in his hands, and before Shalnark can do anything, he got straight up killed by Hisoka and left hanging up in a metal swing set for the crows to pick at his corpse. He's already killed members of the Phantom Troupe, and now the Phantom Troupe wants revenge on Hisoka for killing more of their members. You dislike the phone guy? Well, you ain't got to dislike him anymore because he dead. So, he's dead. He's dead. Yay, thank you, Hisoka. Had a feeling you would say something like that. Chapter 379, and I do need to hurry up because food is on the way and I want to eat it when it gets here. Yay! Chapter 379, Collaboration.
I heard a knock, and she went to the door. She opened it, and shortly after, I heard someone collapse. I called out, but there was no reply.
Hey, are you okay? I stepped out of the bathroom, and there's a person standing here. We're getting the eyewitness's account for it. And he was standing there. Move. I stepped aside. And it shows the body of the individual who was there. I'll kill you if you make a noise. Man, you be knowing me? Had a feeling. I had a feeling. I'll kill you if you'll make any noise.
As if he needed to tell me. I could neither move nor make a sound. All I could focus on was doing as he said, so he would spare my life.
Now what? I was gonna stop at 20. That was the whole point of going for single rooms.
I think family's here?
Please, please don't kill me. I was praying silently, certain that I'd be killed if I uttered a word.
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 10, 20? Wait, it's 21! Alright, levels and numbers of people are offset by 1.
Packages. I'll edit this out.
Alright, levels and number of people are offset by 1. That bothers me. Which number should I count on? Which number should I count by?
This dude feels weird. He feels very weird.
I had no idea what he was musing about.
Wait a minute. We can't see this guy's face. Is that a mark on his cheek as well? We can't see the guy's face. We can't see this person's face. It's constantly blocked by speech bubbles. Wait. I can't trust anything. We can see the so-called perpetrator's face, but we can't see the witness's face? This is some in-depth witness protection program from these panels.
This won't work. It's too odd. I gotta do it.
Right when I thought I was dead, there was a scream outside and the sounds of people milling around. People running down the hall, pounding on the doors, screams. There was so much noise outside, and then he locked the bathroom door from the inside.
From the inside?
Yes. I sat here until the Royal Army pried open the door. The man had escaped. But the pipes aren't big enough for a rat, much less a human. The soldier said the same thing. But he didn't come out. They confirmed that the door was locked. Please, just please catch him and ask him.
If her statement is true, the perp uses Nan, but it bothers me. Killing would only take a second. Why leave a witness? He was rattled by the noise? No, it doesn't match his profile. A man who killed 20 people so quickly. Levels, number of people, offset, and the numbers 20 and 21. Those are clues to the mystery. So, how did you know the victim?
We happened to sit next to each other to eat. We hit it off right away. She wanted advice about her personal life. I didn't even get to give it to her.
Please, go rest in your cabin for now. We'll have to talk to you again.
And then Mizai leaves. And while she's leaving, she goes from sobbing to just smiling to just looking deadpan. Hail Lee Associate Cashew, level 1. And you already know those who have a level attached to their names are people that follow Morena. If they kill people, they level up and get stronger. But this is Cashew.
I'll mix the truth with lies like that. It hints at why I wasn't killed too.
Good idea. Make sure to describe my scar accurately. I want to know their investigative ability, like how long it takes between identifying me and getting found.
Are you sure? You'll be put to death if they catch you.
I won't get caught, and even if I did, I'd escape.
We've just taken a whole big detour away from Karapika and finding out what's going on with him. and everything else surrounding the princess to just going to the big bosses and their subordinates and the Phantom Troupe. I don't mind the diversion, though.
I won't get caught, and even if I did, I'd escape. The boss said your ability will provide for you if you wish hard enough. I can feel it. I've just been bestowed with a gift. This power will take me to where I want to go.
And then Looney disappeared from the bathroom. A transportation ability. I don't really get it. Is it really that fun to get it over with so fast? I'll go slowly, with leveling up and asking for the gift. I've succeeded in contacting the investigators. Now, to get to know them better.
And just licks her lips. At least I hope this is a her, otherwise my speech will be very off. Then we get the other guy.
One door and a room of impenetrable walls. Those are the activation conditions of my ability. And then, from the wall or floor, I can go anywhere.
Oh, okay, so he has to be in an enclosed space in order to basically go wherever. That explains how he got away. I knew it was an inability.
I can go back to the original room whenever or from wherever. But if the original door opens and is no longer a sealed room, the ability resets and I can never use it in that room again. I'm also limited to only places I...
Dude already killed the other guards in the warehouse. Nobunaga has his sword, Phaeton has his umbrella, Finks is just straight hands, and they just walk in on the entrance and all the guards are gone.
All gone.
No. One got away.
Had to leave for which page am I on? We are on chapter 379, pages 8 and 9. And I'm obviously reading from Viz. But yeah, that's where I am. But all the guards outside of the warehouse are just gone because this dude killed them.
All gone.
No. One got away.
And there's a blood trail leading out of the warehouse.
I don't like it. It's telling us to go after him.
Blood is dry. This was done around same time as other one.
I don't get what this guy wants to do. The first corpse was enough to blame on us. If they let one go, they'll find out it wasn't us.
If victim is alive.
Maybe this one isn't related to us. It was done by someone else? No. Why did he injure one then let him go? To show the way to the hideout, right? If we had reacted upon seeing the body and argued with the others, creating a conflict, that would have been great. But since we were unfazed and continued with our search, he took it upon himself to get to the Cha-R hideout. So you're saying he randomly tried to use us, and since it didn't work, he had to go with his first plan?
No plan at all.
Right? It sounds just like us. It's just speculation. Like you said, it could be two killers. Maybe he failed to kill and went after him. But that first corpse, that was messing with us.
Yeah. I like Nobunaga the way it sounds as he admit I thought the Phantom Troupe would be strong. Are you just basing that off of the way he sounds and the way he's talking? Cuz he's capable. Remember, Gon and Killua didn't dare try to really move against him for a moment because they knew that if they tried to move, he would kill him in an instant. The Phantom Troupe are not to be trifled with. Also, another thing you need to take into account is the fact that they all assaulted every major Mafia family in Yorknew, and they all came out of it unscathed. Save for the, Uvo. It's for Uvogan. But trust me, do not sell any single one of them short.
But that first corpse, that was totally messing with us.
And Nobunaga looks livid from this, and so they continue to follow the blood trail.
We would have noticed if it was Hisoka's gum, if the corpse was pulled up and over our heads.
Not Hisoka. Wound wasn't made by card. Something bigger, and it was shoddy.
This guy wants to pick a fight. Not with us, but with the Cha-R.
And they get to a door.
Security cams here. In the lowest decks? I wonder what's inside. God only knows.
And they want to try to open the door, but they can't.
It's locked. It's locked. Not a big surprise. Hey,
And they both turn around and Kenny is here. But he calls himself Wong, so I'm just going to say Wong. Wong is here.
I'm Wong, Cha-R underboss. I was told to wait, but I hate waiting. I'll ask only what you can answer.
Huh?
Did you attack the warehouse guards?
And now we're back in the cafeteria, and everyone's chilling. But Franklin is off on his own. And someone sits their plate in front of Franklin while he's eating. Mind you, this dude is so big, a burger in his fingers. Not hands, in his fingers looks like one of those what is it? SpongeBob Krabby Patty gummies. Looks like one of those.
We moved already. Got something to say?
Aren't you going to find Hisoka, Franklin?
I don't waste effort. He's looking to kill us too. If I sit and wait, he'll come find me.
I see.
And then we have Cha-R Consigliere Itoku. And I know how to say consigliere right because I've been watching a whole bunch of Godfather clips on YouTube the past couple of days.
I just got a call from my boys. 2 warehouse guards were killed, 4 taken. What do you think?
It wasn't us.
He literally only ate 1 bite out of the burger, and then he ate another one, and he downs the whole thing.
It wasn't us. Actually, it depends if you guys pick the fight. We'll always pick up the gauntlet.
That's what I don't get. That was a done deal. It was a done deal that your 3 friends were going to get their weapons. There was no reason for us to fight.
Then it wasn't us. It was someone else who used the situation.
Yeah, it looks like what a giant tries a Krabby Patty. Yeah, except he looks like that butler in the Zoldyck family, the one who be flipping coins. Oh, you mean Goto? But yeah, he Wong kind of gives you those Goto vibes. He's just missing the immaculate goatee.
Then it wasn't us. It was someone else who used the situation.
And Franklin's just eating.
Was it Hisoka?
Who knows?
It could be him. It might not.
It wasn't us.
I see. By the way, did you come on board just for Hisoka?
No. We're bandits after all.
And then the air changes around all these members of a mafia, including the consigliere.
But we won't take any next steps until we kill Hisoka. If there's no gauntlet, we won't pick it up.
All right. Sorry to bother you.
And then the consigliere puts out her cigarette. Either it's... I feel like this is just like a very, very old dude. I feel like a very old dude, and I gave him the wrong voice.
All right. Sorry to bother you.
And he puts out his cigarette in this man's steak. That qualifies as throwing down the gauntlet. You put your cigarette out in my food? Not unless this is his food. If this is his food, you can do whatever you want. But you putting out cigarette on my meat, on my steak, on my char grilled, well done accented with leafy adornments that's pretty much pointless on food. You put your cigarette out in my food, we running hands. But then we cut back to Wong and Finks, Phaeton, and Nobunaga.
Yes, all right. Forgive me, I'm getting the whole story now.
Because he was on the phone.
That's the Cha-Ar hideout. A man came by just now carrying a bloody guard. The stupid associate was too shocked and let them in. The shooting started right after that? No. According to those in the hideout, the guy's face was too bloody to recognize, and he was yelling the spiders did it.
I told you we didn't do it.
Nah, it's got to be his old self. He ain't crazy. Yeah, it's got to be his own food, because he ain't crazy enough to pick a fight with the Phantom Troupe right there, because they know of them.
I told you we didn't do it, so it's his plot.
I know. He slipped away, and the guard was dead. What's annoying is he thinks he can manipulate us with such a crude trick.
Oh, so Wong comes to the same conclusion that the other members of the troupe came to when they realized that they were being messed with.
I'm glad you were calm, reasonable people. He was probably a hitman from another family that desires conflict. Or maybe the goal was to get inside the hideout itself.
Or maybe the goal was to get inside the hideout itself.
What do you mean?
Marking is one of the conditions of a teleportation ability. They can't jump to somewhere they haven't been before, so we came here to fulfill that condition. If you use Nen, you should understand how dangerous that is, now that he succeeded.
And then Wong is just looking at him.
Divorce from balance. Unreserved with no allegiances. They move how they want, and they have the power to execute on it. Then, what would you say if I said we should work together?
And he just adjusts his glasses.
As I feared, they are a risk factor that must be eliminated.
And the dude's all like, yeah, they're trouble. We need to kill them. But that's the end of chapter 379, onwards to 380, and the last chapter of volume 36. Yeah, volume 36. All right. Thanks, everybody, for sticking out this long. Wow, we going for 3 hours? Seems about right. I'm glad I came in a good time reading along with you. It makes me want to improve my dialogue, and me imagine you reading minds is like I can't risk no mistakes. Last chapter for today. Yep. Chapter 380, Alarm. The fact that I am so dangerously... Actually... I want to say we are 30 chapters away before I stop reading. Because, yeah, we're 30 chapters away before I'm done reading Hunter x Hunter. Chapter 380, Alarm. The chapters were crazy but really good? Yeah. Want to know why it took the author so long to do the anime? It's been over 8 or 9 years. Some people do things at their own pace. Who knows? Could be a health thing. It could be a pace thing. Who knows? You could ask the same thing about why Berserk went on as long as it did, even after the passing of Kentaro Fuma. Kotaro Fuma is a character from Neo and from different Japanese games. Kentaro Moira is his name. Sorry, I'm impressed of your speed of reading. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I thought I was actually going quite slow, so apologies. So apologies for it taking so long. Chapter 380, Alarm. And we got Mizai speaking to everyone.
We need to talk about the violent crimes on board, especially the string of recent murders on Tier 3. Since it started on Day 3 of the voyage, it's doubtful it comes from the stress of long-term confinement. From all indications, the forensics report from the scene, victimology, motivation, ethology, and statistics, this is an abnormal situation with circumstances particularly deviant from ordinary murders. Several factors point to a street slasher for whom killing itself is a goal. Ritualistic elements are suggested by the numbers and words muttered by the perps, and in light of the peculiar situation of this ship, the likelihood is high that there are multiple lone wolf serial killers murdering in parallel, spurred by the seed urn ceremony to decide the next king.
How dare you! You're saying a prince is behind this? Absurd!
The princes can't even leave Tier 1.
The battle for succession is among the princes.
Why would they need to mass murder general passengers?
I'm not finished. If a prince is behind this, there's no problem. We'd only need to set someone up as the true culprit. This ship is the place where the next king of Kaking, the ruler of the new continent, will be decided en route. The battle for succession should be prioritized by all on board. Until there is only one prince left, they are exempt from repercussions from their actions, besides directly killing another prince, of course. The candidates have both royal privilege and succession protection as their pack and capital punishment for royal murderers as their shields. This means there will be commissioned murders and incentivized murders committed in the hopes of earning the favor of the future king. This case can be considered the latter, but the question at hand is, why would they need to mass murder civilians? The answer lies in the occult elements of the seed urn ceremony. This ceremony has allowed its leaders to prosper since the country opened its ports. It's only natural that they believe they could gain supernatural power through ritual sacrifice. Consider its prevalence throughout human history. As for this criminal who followed the prince's unspoken wishes, it's not hard to imagine that he sought bloodshed to gain supernatural power for himself as well. And all the people, all the big wigs who are sitting in with Mizai are all murmuring amongst themselves. And now down to business. These crimes will only continue and multiply. And when it goes beyond a critical point, this ship will sink. By 200,000 people jumping at shadows, by the riots caused by fear. And he paints this picture of all of the whale ship, black whale ship on fire, and then sinking into the sea, much to the horror of everyone present. There are about 2,000 guards and Royal Army soldiers on board. Simple arithmetic would mean 100 civilians per guard. The reality is, Tier 1 has 40% of the guards at 800, Tier 2 has 600 guards, so 70% of the guards are allocated to the rich. Tiers 4 and 5 rely on the Mafia to maintain public order. On these levels, there are over 300 civilians per guard. If anything happens, the soldiers in the lower levels will be powerless. There's not a moment to waste. We need to stop the murders and remove the source of the passengers' anxiety.
But what is there to do specifically?
The most effective action is to take is to suspend a succession battle, but this is not realistic. The next best thing would be to reorganize the Royal Army. I propose we send 800 soldiers to the lower tiers.
We can't! The fate of Kaking is on the line. This is not a threat.
Oh wait, the fate of Kaking is on the line. This is not a threat. If we advise the first prince, the head of national defense, I'm sure he'd agree.
All of this is happening on a ship? Yes, because, okay, think of the biggest ocean liner you can ever think of, CDs. Now, picture an even bigger ship that ocean liner sits and floats in the top of. That's how big this ship is. It is big enough to house multiple infrastructures. Think of the biggest mall that you can think of. It can house all of that, including living quarters for 200,000 people. That is how big the Black Whale ship is. It is literally a giant ship made to take this expedition to the Dark Continent itself. It is that big. If a cruiser, like a luxury cruiser, can fit on the top and float aimlessly in the top of it, and the rest of the ship is even larger, it is easily dwarfed in size. That's how big the ship is.
If we advise the first prince, the head of national defense, I'm sure he'd agree. We have enough data and can expect sufficient effects upon execution. If you don't report this to him, it will still remain in the meeting minutes, and you'll be the ones in trouble.
And then we have Mizai walking alongside Botobai.
I feel like I sold my soul to the devil. That was the best we could do without explaining about the name.
An unknown threat is the trigger for panicking civilians. Telling them about multiple serial killers with superpowers is a recipe for disaster. You extended the fuse as much as you could. Now we need to evacuate as many people as we can to defuse the detonator. I'll summon the association members in charge of the areas outside the royal living quarters. We'll be thorough in the gag order about this with the Kakin officials. I get the feeling the fuse to the structure is shorter than we can imagine.
And then we have, where's the two knuckleheads at? Which ones? If you mean Gon and Killua, they're not here. We've completely shifted away from Gon and Killua to things happening with Karapika and basically everyone who's on this cruise ship heading towards the Dark Continent with a ton of way more prevalent people right now. So Gon and Killua, they ain't here, if that's who you mean. But yeah, they're gone. Yep. I had a feeling you were going to mean Gon and Killua. That's the reason why I said everything I just said. But now we're inside of the hideout of Cha'ar.
Here's the inside.
Oh.
That's the monitor room. We have cameras on major spots in Tier 5. Just like this room, of course. Here's when the guy brought the warehouse guard. See him trying to open the back door in the chaos? But it's locked. He gave up and snuck out. He made sure the cameras never got his face.
Got video of the warehouse? There's only a camera at the entrance. Only the three of you came in today, besides our associates.
Work your way backwards and make a list of everyone who came through. It's likely he came to check beforehand. The cameras were set up the day before departure. The cargo was loaded before that. If he came as a worker, he won't be on tape.
We're not expecting much. He'll come here anyway to open that other door.
And both Wong and Nobunaga look at a door that hasn't been opened yet.
Want to see what's inside?
I won't ask for it for free. How about in exchange for the killer's head?
Fine. Hey!
And it shows multiple people standing in the distance.
These three will be in the rotation from now on.
Okay.
Teach them the ropes.
I'm Sudonke, supervisor. Hey. How many charm members on board? About 250, including Fringe. I don't know about the other families, but it's bound to be similar. Oh my god, it's the spiders. I want to ask them questions, but I'd set a bad example.
Remember, a lot of the members of the Mafia are fans of the Phantom Troupe because of their exploits.
I gotta find a way to chat with them one-on-one. Help yourselves to the ready-to-eat meals. You can pay to go to the dining hall in Tier 4 during break to get something more decent. Should I ask them for an autograph?
And it shows the big massive ship that houses everyone. So, on Tier 3, we have the Political Ward, Political and Legal Enforcement Agencies, Police Station with the Royal Army, and we have Mizai, Botobai, Pyon, Cluck, and Ginta. Then, we have Tier 3 as well, where Cashew is there. We also have Illumi and Kaluto looking at the observation deck. Cashew is at the standard cabin. We have the medical ward with Cheeto, Leorio, and Gel, who are on the Central Hospital Research Institute in the medical ward. Then we have the Haley family office in Looney, who is basically the dude that can walk in and out of walls. He's in the family office. Then on Tier 4 and 5, we have Krollo, Bono, and Shizuku, who's in the Central Passage right now. Then we have Henry, who's in the Shiyu family office. And then we have Phaeton, who's at the warehouse entrance, with the Char family office housing both Wong, Nobunaga, and Finks. Franklin is in the Tier 5 Central Dining Hall, and Machi is in the Tier 5 Standard Cabin. So, like I said, the ship is very, very large. If you could see this double spread, actually, you know what? On chapters, if you're following me, you'll be able to see just how big the ship is. There it is. Yeah. Now you see how big the ship is. You know the ship I told you about at the top? If you're following me on pages 10 and 11, you can see how big the ocean liner is at the top of the whale ship, but the whale ship itself is where everyone is staying. Now you see it. Day 4, 10 a.m. And then we get an announcement.
A stowaway with a deadly weapon is on the loose. Please stay in your cabins and keep your doors closed until instructed. Meal times will be designated by area. The military will escort you. Again, I repeat, please stay in your cabins.
And then Botabai. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I told you the ship was huge. And family is just now coming in. I'm going to say these last lines before I move on to page 13.
We'll first sweep through Tier 3. Start at one end. Search through all cabins and expose anyone suspicious.
Oh, wait, this is Botabai saying,
We'll first sweep through Tier 3. Start at one end. Search through all cabins and expose anyone suspicious. Detain anyone without an ID ticket, even if it's a child.
Please cooperate. A stowaway is on the loose.
And now I'm going to go grab my food. I'll be right back. Hold tight. Sorry for the wait there, everybody. We'll get right back to it. But we got Botabai mobilizing the army going,
We'll first sweep through Tier 3. Start at one end. Search through all cabins and expose anyone suspicious. Detain anyone without an ID ticket, even if it's a child.
Please cooperate. A stowaway is on the loose.
And the army is just making their way through pretty much every avenue of the ship. And then we cut to basically a sky view that shows the outside in front of the ship. And we get to the very front of the ship.
Hey, raise your hands and turn around slowly. Haven't you heard the emergency broadcast?
And it's Illumi and Kaluto.
We were asleep.
ID ticket.
In my inside pocket.
And the guy's looking at the ticket going,
Excuse me, but what is a WIP doing here?
Business.
And Illumi looks at this guard with just like killer intent.
With all due respect, this ID may have been an all-access pass, but due to recently imposed martial law, the passage between Tiers 2 and 3 will be closed, probably for the duration of the voyage. We can escort you to the upper floors.
We'll stay here.
Huh?
I told you, we're here for business. We're staying in Tier 3.
But, Corporal Mizuri.
And we have Botabai and Mizai walking up to Illumi and Kaluto.
He's a hunter too. Yes, sir.
And it's just this tension that's in the air. And Mizai looks at him and goes,
The spiders are on the ship?
Yes, everyone's here.
Illumi!
Oh, I'm too honest. I answered when asked. Sorry, but no more comments. I have a confidentiality agreement.
This dude just let it slip out that the Phantom Troupe is just on the ship. Now the Zodiac know.
Fine, but staying in your quarters is now mandatory. Those without valid room numbers will be detained. Having your ID registered to a room in Tier 3 is a prerequisite to remaining here. We'll get you a room at the Central Police Station.
Sure. I'd prefer a cell with a shower.
You're not getting arrested, so you'll get a room in the same dorm as the rest of us. Unfortunately, all officers have communal bathrooms. You'll have to put up with this.
Isn't she the one with the Troupe? That's a dude. Because Illumi says, like, these are my brothers. Killua and Kaluto are my brothers. I thought it was a girl, but no. Illumi just straight up said they're my brothers.
You'll have to put up with this.
She was with the umbrella guy during the Ant arc. Oh, I know who you mean, Kaluto. But yeah, apparently Kaluto's a dude. But Mizai is quiet, standing next to Illumi thinking,
we knew Kaluto Zoldyck and had joined the spiders, but the eldest brother too? What could they be plotting? The Zoldycks and the spiders are serious business, but I can't have Karapika find out that they're even here. The intrigue surrounding the Nin beasts and princes form a complicated situation as it is. A distraction that would shake him to the core would be fatal. But why are they here?
Because remember, Karapika's got a problem with the entire Phantom Troupe. So not only is it a bad thing that the Phantom Troupe is all coming together, they're here to kill Hisoka, but it's also on the same ship that Karapika is on, and Karapika is looking to kill them all.
But why are they here? Is it possible the spiders want revenge on Karapika? Illumi became a hunter at the same time as Karapika. If the spiders find out that Karapika is a hunter, it led them to attack the black whale. Should I tell Karapika or not?
And then someone goes up to Mizai and goes, Mizai, we found one without an ID. There's one problem.
What is it? Say what?
Botabai, Ginta, you're in charge. I'm going back to HQ.
Is she safe?
Yes, we're restricting access, but several soldiers recognized her.
Impose a gag order. Place them into custody.
And we get to a room where this person's being held.
It's all right now. It's all right now. Can you please help us make sense of this? Prince Fugetsu.
And then it shows that Hunter x Hunter will go on hiatus starting next week during the year 2022. That's the end of chapter 380 and the end of volume 36. The Phantom Troupe are on the ship to kill Hisoka. Hold on. The Phantom Troupe is on the ship to kill Hisoka. Hisoka is also on the ship. The mystery behind all these people dying mysteriously by having the blood drawn from them while Karapika is trying to figure that all out while also teaching people Nen. And many people learning Nen and getting the hang of it, especially Prince Sureitnich, who has a full understanding of it to the point where his powers are progressing and getting stronger, and he's getting better at using Nen than anybody else on the ship right now who just learned about it. Now, we also have Prince Fugetsu trying to find a way off the ship in the hopes of leaving with, Kacho. I had such the hardest time thinking of her name, but Fugetsu and Kacho are trying to get off of the ship. There's just so much. The Phantom Troupe is being framed. And then not only that, but there's also serial murders happening on the ship just so people can level up and get stronger thanks to the Nen ability of Morena, the illegitimate daughter of the current king of Kakin. And that is transpiring all at the same time. If anyone manages to leave this ship when they get to the Dark Continent, it is going to be an utter shock. Because there are so many things going on. Guards dying left and right because of Nen beasts. People dying left and right because of these serial murders. The Phantom Troupe is on board. Hisoka is on board. Karapika is on board, but doesn't know that the Phantom Troupe is here. The person who has the last eyes of his clans is also on this ship. There is so much happening on this one ship, and no one can go anywhere because you're in the middle of the lake. I can't say ocean because we now know that the world of Hunter x Hunter doesn't exist surrounded by water. Well, it kind of does. Well, yeah, the world that we've seen thus far kind of does, but everything is happening inside of a ginormous world-spanning lake. All of this, and you mean to tell me that I still have at least a couple more? You said, huh? Oh, CDs, you didn't know? You didn't know? CDs. Everything that has transpired in Hunter x Hunter leading up to, I want to say, volume 31 or 32. Whenever you've seen a map of the world of Hunter x Hunter, that's not an ocean. What do you mean the person has the last eye? Oh, yeah, one of the princes who is taking part of the succession battle to claim the lives of all the other princes so they can be the sole ruler of Kakin itself, this grand nation that wants to go to the Dark Continent to have their first stamp on the land. Sureitnich is the person who has those eyes. A literal prince has them. And he is also incredibly dangerous because with him learning Nen, he is now seen as a specialist Nen user. But his use of it is so incredibly sinister. So yeah, and this is the thing. Mizai was the one who told Kurapika that Tsurugi has those eyes. That's the reason why Kurapika is even here, to be on security detail to get close to him to get the eyes of his clan back. That's the reason why Kurapika's here in the first place. There's a lot of interlocking stories that's happening right now on this one singular ship. So that's going on. That's going on. And with this, and here's the thing. We've already lost one prince. One prince has already died. Prince Momose, already dead. So there's a lot of things going on. There's martial law on the ship. There's killing on the ship. Phantom troops here. Hisoka, Kurapika, Leorio, the Zodiacs. Everybody is on this ship. Well, not everybody, but it's already chaotic. There's 200,000 people on this ship. Well, less than that because many people have died already. Less than 200,000 people on this ship. And we still have 4 more sessions to go. He better know he can't find him or he'll die. His Nen is only to fight the Troupe. And here's the thing, Kurapika doesn't know that the Phantom Troupe is on the ship at all. Given the special conditions of his Nen abilities, it can only be used against the Troupe. If he uses it against anyone else, he will die. Which means that his method of trying to get his eyes back from Tsurugi is probably going to need another method. Where's Moral when you need him? Moral resting. Moral resting. But yeah, this has been volume 36 of Hunter x Hunter. We only got like a couple more to go. Actually, not 4, 3. 3. It was 4 when I was going from 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, when I included 36. So we only have 3 more sessions. The last one will be on the 30th. So we're just going to have to see how things go from here. But I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have been so amazing. Thank you for all of your patience. Thank you for your time. You guys owe me nothing to be here at all. But for these past 3 hours and 31 minutes, I had a fun time reading all of this for all of you. And I'm looking forward to the next reading next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. I'm going to go ahead and get this, the beginning after the end reaction taken care of so I can get it uploaded to the Patreon for you guys again. But other than that, wonderful read. Lot of information. We found out about their Nen beasts and everything. So much exposition, so much knowledge, so much lore. Looking forward to the next one. Ogata, Cedes, Stoopy, Blue Blurb, Sonic, everyone who showed up here today. I am honored that you decided to grace me with your presence. I'm done. Now it's time for me to eat my food as well. With all that being said, hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. Like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Even consider checking out my membership and Patreon because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. And because I know you're coming back anyway. Have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples!